What's up, guys? No intro today. We're gonna hop right in. The game just started. Game 1 between Hera and Mr. Yo. It is the final day of the group stage. Day 4 of the group stage. Hey, Wazzy, what's up? And yeah, we have two of the best players in AoE 2 at the moment. Going at it in a best of 5. Wazzy, thanks for the 10 months. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Wazzy. And we're gonna be just watching Hera and Mr. Yo battle it out for spoilers. First place in the group stage, moving on to the next stage of the tournament, where there will only be 4 of the 10 players who will qualify for the next stage of the tournament, right? Right now, Yo and Hera are both at the top, so whoever wins here will get seed 1, right? So you got Hera playing as the Ketons in the blue, and Mr. Yo playing as the Vietnamese in the red. And it looks like Mr. Yo has gone over pretty early. It obviously is Chicken Arabia. That's the map. That was the starting map for the best of 5. And so Yo didn't find any neutral deer. Hera found neutral deer and pushed 1. So Hera a little bit ahead with the food count, which is super nice with Ketons, as he's probably going to want to open scouts, I imagine. And he's clicked up. No loom for Hera. You get loom coming in early for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo getting it prior to going up. Hera will probably get it when he hits feudal. And Hera doing some very far out scouting with his goose. Hera spotting where the chickens, or in this case hares, were for Mr. Yo. Now he knows where the wood line is. Gonna have a really nice map for Hera with the back wood lines, back gold. Pretty open here in this space, but I think that having the gold and the stone back here in the back is going to be nice for him. We got a nice map for Yo too, to be honest. Back stone, back gold as well. So both players have the berries forward. But I think both of them will be pretty happy with the maps that they have. I think Yo's map is even a little better because he's going to be able to have a pretty easy wall off. He can wall this up here, wall the sides. Seems pretty fair. Yeah. Definitely not super imbalanced. And Yo knows where everything is for Hera, and obviously Hera as well knows where everything is for Yo. And Hera, okay, I was gonna say might run into the TC here, but he doesn't. He stays. He's maybe trying to bait him into garrisoning the TC, to be honest. So slightly faster uptime for Hera, and Hera does not build a military building right away. He opts to go domestication and double bid axe, which nothing surprising about him getting both of those, but a little surprising that he hasn't built a military building, as we're going to see a range right away for Yo. And now there's going to be a range. Maybe Hera, yeah, okay, Hera was waiting. He was waiting to see what Mr. Yo was going to go for. Now that he sees the range, he opens range himself. So really smart to wait and just do the counter to what he thinks his opponent's doing. And obviously now Hera has seen the mining camp, and he knows it's going to be archers, and he's most likely going to counter that with the early skirms, right? Hera adding his first pasture, Yo getting onto farms. And yeah, we're going to see archer opening from Mr. Yo with Vietnamese. So obviously you have the extra 6 HP on the Vietnamese archers early on with their HP bonus as a civ. I think is it 10%? No, 20%. 20% HP. So really nice bonus all throughout the game there. 1 second while I fix this. Okay. And Hera's already tracking the archers. He knows where the archers are. He's already got 2 skirms out. Ketons with the faster producing skirms, insanely good when you're countering archers. A little out of position there, but not a big deal. able to push back the archers, and Yo's just going to have to go home. Yo will most likely lose these 2 archers. Hera should be able to chase them down with the skirms. Yo trying to get maybe a few more shots off with the archers into the scout. More pastures going down. Both players getting walled up. Yo with an idol out here, not actually building the wall. I think he was trying to save the archers and ends up losing the scout and the archers. Still an idle Vil there. Now the Vil is working on the wall. But Hera already starting to mass the skirms. Already has four skirms on the field. Isn't making any more at the moment. May start considering how much he needs to invest to be able to defend in feudal. Already mostly walled with safe gold in the back. Yo might run into this bear, but he's got loom, so it doesn't matter. Even if he didn't, he'd probably be able to wall it out pretty easily. I think the food count will start to look better for Hera with the pastures. And Yo losing a little bit of HP off the Vil, but we'll be able to wall this. I'm surprised. Does he know? He doesn't know about this. Hey, RJ, what's up? I'm surprised he doesn't know about this, and he could have walled right here, but he's just going to wall the edge of the map. He does have a lot of space open on the left side still, and Hera knows that. Hera's already scouted this. He's aware that there's a lot of space still open. Mr. Yo adding the scouts to deal with the skirms, and Hera's going to just continue to make skirms. He has 2 spears at home as well, so he can play skirm spear defense. And Yo feels like he can go forward here. He's going to find out very quickly what kind of army Hera has at home, and he actually doesn't see it. He doesn't see the skirms, and now he finds them. He should be able to run. Hopefully, okay, Mr. Yo pulls back, doesn't get hit by the spears. Mr. Yo still not fully walled, still has that idol over here on the side. Neither player with any idle TC time, or very, very little, just a few seconds. Res collected, very similar, as you have the faster and cheaper eco-techs for Vietnamese. So Vietnamese should have a very solid eco that can almost keep up early game with the Khitans. Khitans, obviously, with the pastures, just really, really crazy. And Yo just using his archers to harass. Doesn't have fletching. Neither player has invested into fletching. It looks like Hera's going to invest into padded archer armor before fletching. I think he's getting it just so the skirms don't lose as much HP to the scouts. And a mistake by Mr. Yo not getting these archers out, and now these archers will all go down. I think Mr. Yo thought that he could clean up these spears, but yeah, real bad tactical mistake here, losing 5 archers for what looks like 2 skirms and a spear. And Hera's clicked up. Yo won't be far behind on the timing, but a whole minute is significant. And now Mr. Yo's gonna try and finish walling the base. I think he will have it fully walled by the time Hera is in castle. And now the question is, what will the follow-up be? Will we just see more skirms? It appears so, as Hera's adding another skirm. You might just see a lot of skirms. And to be honest, if you're playing up against Vietnamese, right, skirms is typically the way to go. Right? Your opponent wants to play into crossbow, and potentially wants to play into Rattan eventually. But you have... Khitans do get good skirms. Faster to get the techs for them. Hey, Matzi. Faster to get the techs for them. Faster to... also to produce them, right? And now you're going to get Bodkin and Elite Skirm right away. What command are you looking for, Matzi, with the time? Like how long the stream has been running? Because this is game 1. I just started casting. I didn't cast the other sets. I'm going to be casting this set and maybe the next one. Not sure if that was what your question was, but... Give me 1 second, guys. I want to pull something up. And Hera might be through here. Hera might legitimately be through. And now, I mean, Yo feels obligated to wall behind. Which is crazy. Alright. Oh, yeah, it's 4 a.m. where I am. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time for me, Matzi. Yeah, I'm up late to cast this. And now we're gonna see Cav Archers from Hera. So, Yo produces Knights to push back the Skirms, and Hera is producing Cav Archers now. And Hera will lose 1 more Skirm over here. And honestly, I like this from Yo. Yo says, you want to go mass Skirms, that's fine. Vietnamese can comfortably play into Knights. It's not a problem for Vietnamese to play into Knights. He does lose that Knight. I think he wanted to pull it back so he could heal it up. I don't know if there's a monastery yet. No. 2 TC, so a bit greedy for Mr. Yo, to be honest. And both TCs on stone. This is very greedy. The fact that Mr. Yo feels like he can go 3 TC and his opponent is playing opening Cav Archers. He knows his opponent is opening two range Cav Archers. And Yo is added the monastery, 2 stables. Well, he added the 2nd stable anyhow, and 2 TCs. And Hera's gonna do forward Siege Workshop, forward Monastery, Cav Archers, and I think Hera is gonna try hard to punish this. He doesn't know about the TCs yet, but I think Hera is going to play very aggressive here. And yeah, it's quite possible that Yo feels as though he needs the TCs to keep up with the pastures. This could be. Hera did get Bowsaw, but has not gotten the next upgrade for his pastures. I know Yo does not have Bowsaw, but he does have Wheelbarrow, and Hera does not have Wheelbarrow. Which I think with the pastures, Wheelbarrow is a very, very helpful tech. Healing up the Cav Archers, Yo healing up the Knights, and these are some very low HP Knights, so this is a lot of HP that's going to be restored here for Yo. And Hera with the more res collected since he's Ketons, but Yo with 10 more Vills already. Yo quickly gaining a lead in the eco. And Hera's going to have to move out of this base eventually. He has no stone inside of this. Whereas Yo has both his 4 tile and his 5 tile. And Hera is putting the pressure on. Hera has 2 rocket carts already. He's got 10 Cav Archers, Monks, and Skirms. He's going to take that range out rather quickly with these rocket carts, and Yo makes his own Siege Workshop to be able to counter this. Are these Knights going to... Is he going to try and snipe, or is he going to go raid? Looks like Yo is just going to bypass the army completely and send his Knights to maybe find some damage in Hera's base. Yo, completely out of the vision of Hera right now. Hera does not see these Knights, and he's about to see them. Now he knows about the Knights. We do have a Mangonel out for Yo at home. And Mangonels do trade quite well with rocket carts. However, we only have 1 Mangonel to 4 rocket carts right now. And this is the dilemma, right? If you go 3 TC, you won't have enough res to afford a lot of siege. And now Yo is going to build this castle. I don't love this castle. This castle does not defend that much. It only ranges some of these farms. And Hera could still press all of this particularly, the stone, the wood lines, and push Yo into the corner here. But Yo, it is a safe castle. It is the castle that will go up. Good split from Hera. Hera now adding his second TC. Is down 23 Vils. And Hera now knows. He knows about the castle. Good pick off there. Hera able to snipe the Mangonel. Really, really nice job sniping that. Monastery will go down very quickly for Yo. And Yo just chilling here with the Knights. And I think Hera is looking for those Knights. He knows the Knights are here. And now he sees them. Now he sees them. Hera does have ballistics. He should be able to clean these up quite nicely. We have one Mangonel in here from Yo. And I think we're going to see Hera dive. And Hera's going to dive underneath. And really nice attack ground from Yo. And Yo gets 2 for 1. Gets 3. Really nice job. 3 for 2. Ultimately. Oh, and the castle kills the 4th. It's 4 for 2. Yo getting a great trade there. And now there's Rattans out. And these archers are going to have... Or these cav archers are going to have a hard time against Rattans. Now, Hera does clear the Knights. He does have the cav archers in his opponent's eco. He does have pastures, which will work very quickly and give him really nice food income. And Yo just expanding out here to this gold on the left-hand side and expanding out here to this wood on the left-hand side. And now that the Rattan numbers are starting to look really good for Yo. Yo lacking upgrades, but these cav archers are very weak. The cav archers that don't get bloodlines are not ideal. And the Rattans just clean up the cav archers. And Hera, 1k res behind. Res collected. Yo up 20 Vils at the moment. And going forward... Yo now feels like he can play much more aggressive. He has the Rattans on the field, and he knows that Hera's army is not in a good spot to stop this castle. And Yo is going to take the center hill. He knows there's a 4 tile of gold there. He knows this will give him control in the map. And Yo trades here, 1 for 1. Mangonels with the rocket carts. Hera starting to collect the relics. Hera does not know about this castle. He does know about the Rattans. I don't know if he's going to produce skirms to deal with these. He started to make some skirms at home, but this is going to be a real problem for Hera. And Hera's starting to lose Vils at home to the Rattans. The one knight, I really like this from Yo. Yo brings 1 knight with the Rattans. He says, you can make skirms, but I already have the knights to deal with it. More cav archers going down to TC fire. This has been quite sloppy as far as the cav archers running into TC fire and castle fire. Yeah, we've seen Hera lose a lot of cav archers this game unnecessarily. And these Rattans just putting the pressure on Hera to only make units to defend at home and not able to really send much forward. We're going to see a market now from Yo, who may be thinking about going up soon. Has 2 castles. Has 21 Rattans. And the Vil numbers are getting similar now. I will say that Hera's done a good job keeping his TCs running. And Yo has had 7 minutes of idle time. And there's a lot of rocket carts here, so very hard for the Rattans to get any good engagements. Knight's doing a good job against the skirms. Janivari, what's up, what's up? And Yo desperately repairing this TC, but is this the right call? This TC will most likely go down, but the Rattans cleaning up more cav archers. Does lose some Rattans to the skirms. He's going to retreat, and there's going to be a 3rd castle. Yo dropping his 3rd castle of the game right on Hera's face on a hill right in front of the base. And I don't think that Hera can stop this. Hera has enough for his own castle, and I don't think he'll counter. A lot of wood spent to repair this TC. And Hera almost has the res to go up to Imp. Yo may have good position on the map, but Hera will be up first. Hera's clicked up to Imp. All kinds of rocket carts. 6 rocket carts will take down this TC, and Hera will dive in to kill all these Vills. Yo about to lose 20 Vills. 34. What am I talking about? 34 Vills could go down here. Yo should be able to save some of them, potentially, but there's so many rocket carts. These could be some ridiculous shots. Oh, and Vills go down left and right for Yo. And Yo trying to save some, but the massacre. Absolute massacre. Some good attack rounds here for Hera. He will lose some of his rocket carts. These knights will eventually go down. Does lose 2 more rocket carts. Only down to 2 rocket carts now on the offensive here. But Hera's up to Imp, and Yo's still quite a long ways. Does not have the food to click up. And there are Rattans raiding Yo and from Yo. And Hera builds a defensive tower. I like these defensive towers. These are good towers. They're gonna keep Yo from being able to just dive in here. Hey, Joe Mercer. And now, yeah, we're gonna see a TC drop for Hera. But the Vill count now looking way better for Hera. The eco looking way better for Hera in general. But more res collected for Yo. And Yo does have enough stone to drop a 4th castle. Or, well, he needs 9 more, and he can drop a 4th castle. And now Yo's going to see that Imp timing. What will Yo do? And Yo just taps out. Mr. Yo just says GG. And I'm very surprised. I think there may have been an early GG from Mr. Yo, but well played. Hera punishing the 3 TC boom. Hey, Joe Mercer. What's up? Yeah, he said good morning. Yeah, I'm staying up to be able to cast these games, right? So game 1, really well played by Hera to put on incredible pressure, right? Yo wanted to boom on 3 TCs and build a defensive castle, but Hera had other ideas. And Hera just with the better imp timing. I think that perhaps if Yo had not invested into so many knights and had just used the castles to defend his eco, he could have had a better imp timing himself, perhaps. And then Rattans are really tough to deal with, right? Especially Imperial elite Rattans, right? Elite Rattans with maybe some Vietnamese Imperial skirms would be really good in this matchup. But yeah, Hera put on so much pressure, and Yo felt he needed to go forward with the castles to be able to counter. But Hera just with the better game, get a better game plan. All right, we're gonna take a look real quick, guys, at the drafts. Let me pull those up real quick. I don't have them up yet, but I will get them up. AoE 2 captains. And then we can look at the drafts for both players before we jump into game 2. Hera and Yo. There it is. I'll make sure you guys are on the right screen as well. I believe I got both. Okay. We'll look at the map draft first. Here you go. So we have Chicken Arabia was game 1. That's what we just saw. Hera's 2 home maps are Pikari and Zutu. I've never actually seen Zutu. I don't know what this map is like. So I'm excited to see it, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get to see it. And Yo picked Not Nomad and Chicken Arena. So I'm assuming because Yo lost game 1, I'm assuming he's going to pick one of his home maps. And then for the civs, Hera picked Mongols, Khitans, Wei, Dravidians, Armenians, Burgundians. And just won with the Khitans, and Yo lost with the Vietnamese. So Hera gets a win with his number 2 pick. And we'll see what they go for here in game 2. think that they'll probably be into game 2 rather quickly. They're already in the lobby. You said Hera's draft is crazy good. I think his draft is really strong. But I also think Yo's draft is really strong. I don't think either of them have bad drafts. If I look at the maps, not Nomad, I could see Bengalis or Wu potentially being played there for Yo. I could see Hera doing Dravidians as his... I've seen several players... Sorry about that. Several players this tournament use Dravidians on not Nomad, so it wouldn't surprise me. We could see... I don't know what Zutu's like, so I'm not actually sure what we would see there. I think we'll probably see Burgundians on Chicken Arena for Hera, and we'll probably see Turks for Yo. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see those two civs on Arena. Mongols could be really good on Picari or Zutu, I think. And I think we might see Georgians from Yo on Picari. But yeah. Interesting draft so far. And they're into the game, so I'm going to go ahead and try and load this up, and hopefully it works for us. Give me 1 second, guys. Get out of this last game. Yo, Half-Life AoE, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Open this. I know yesterday there was a few times where I had to open it more than once, just with glitch out, so hopefully we won't have too many issues. We'll be able to get into it quickly. Alright, looks like we're not going to have issues. Sweet. Alright, guys. I'm going to get you into the right screen. Here we go. Capture age. And we're on to game 2. We'll go ahead and get caught up to where it's live. Hey, Baldwin. What's up? Okay, so we have Hera playing as Dravidians, like I thought he would on Not Nomad, and Yo playing as Bengalis. And neither of these picks are surprising to me. I think they're both really strong picks for this map, and it should make for an interesting game. Okay, so in this Not Nomad version, if you're unfamiliar with it, both players start with a dock that is pre-built. And in this case, they started far away from each other. In some cases, they've started close by. They've started even right next to each other in some cases. But in this case, they're not close at all. And the TCs come pre-built in this version. You don't have to place them. That's why it's called Not Nomad, because it's a little bit different than a regular Nomad. They come pre-built on a square wood line, and as you can see, both players have their square wood line that the TC is right up against, and they both have their docks, right? And so we're going to have what I believe will most likely be an FC from Yo. I think he will play for water to some extent, but I think he's going to go as fast as he can to get up to castle, and we're going to probably see Rotha monks. That's my guess. And I think we're going to see, with the Dravidians, a lot more emphasis on the water. And perhaps we'll see like a crossbow timing and some skirms to deal with the Rotha and the monks. The extra Pierce Armor monks from Bengalis are crazy good. Rotha, just in general, really, really strong unit. So we'll see how Hera deals with that. Assuming that that's what happens, but I think that's probably the reason why Yo went with his pick. I do want to see if they know where each other are. They do know. Well, at least Yo knows. Hera, if he's perceptive of the wood line, should see this, that it's a square wood line, and know that that's where Yo is. And Yo will just know. He'll see the house, and he'll know that that is most likely where Hera is. And I think he's going to send this goose over as well, just to confirm that. Do they know where the docks are? Alright, Hera has effectively found Yo's dock, and Yo has effectively found Hera's dock. So they are well aware where each other are, and where their docks are. So should make for an interesting feudal age. And Hera with an incredibly good feudal age timing. No 7 seconds of idle TC time, so slight idle TC time, but more res collected for Hera, and Hera will get to 200 wood with Dravidians when he hits feudal. And Yo will get the 2 Vills when he hits Feudal. So both civs getting a really nice eco bump from hitting Feudal. And Yo, yeah, so this tells me that Yo wants to go FC, right? He's not clicked up at a regular time. And he may feel as though with the distance between his dock and Hera's dock, going for a few more fish that will be able to stay alive slightly longer is fine. But this is kind of greedy from Yo. He's building a 7th fishing ship, and he's not going to play for water. If he was playing for water, he would be adding docks, and he's not adding the docks. So Hera is going to be on 2 docks, or, well, 3 docks, but 2 down by Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo is now going to know about that dock. Oh, and he cancels the fishing ship. Or no, he doesn't. He just let it create. So he has 7 fishing ships down here. But Hera's going to immediately make galleys, and these galleys are going to kill Yo's fish. So Yo is just going for the strong FC play, and I don't think he's going to care about the water. He's just going to play monks and Rotha. I think we'll see as soon as he gets clicked up that he's going to take a stone. I don't know which one he's going to take, or he might play all-in monks. I think it'd be very interesting if it was just monks. Monk Siege or something like that. I mean, we see Yo bringing in the extra boars, right? Definitely, he is definitely going for an FC. He would have invested a lot more into water if he wanted to try and play for feudal at all. And Yo trying to bring a boar from halfway across the map home. The very, very greedy from Yo. Yo doing it with a no-loom Vill. Doing it with a no-loom Vill. Only 11 HP left on the Vill. So he has to be very, very careful with this Vill. He has to use the house trick. He can't pay attention to too many other things because he needs the food from this boar. And it seems to me this is a very specific build that he's going with. He does take one more hit with the boar. Down to 4 HP on that Vill. But he kills the boar. And yeah, Yo's just going to lose his fish, right? Hera is chasing the fish. Hera is not investing anything more into water. I like this a lot. Hera knows this is an FC from his opponent. He knows the timing. And Hera says, that's fine. You can rush me, but I'm going to fish to my heart's content. And Hera already up 5 eco units on Yo. And we're going to see, I think, a lot of fish from Hera, who's going to take full advantage of having water control. And I think this was a mistake that was made in a few sets that I watched, was when players gained water control, they weren't always investing into the fish immediately. Hera says, I have water, and I'm not going to over-invest into galleys or fire galleys. I am going to boom away on the water because I know my opponent is doing nothing but FC. And Yo bringing in yet another boar. This is like his 4th or 5th boar, I believe. I think it's his 5th boar. Yo getting a lot of food from the boars with a very, very fast castle. And it doesn't look like we're going to see Rotha. I think we're just going to see monks. He's got 6 on gold. I think we're going to see Monk Siege. He's sending 2 more to gold, so we're going to have 8 on gold. Ah, and Yo is actually adding another dock. Maybe he's going to surprise Hera with a few fire galleys or galleys. Did he add another dock? Oh, he's added some fire galleys. So Yo may know that that Hera is greeding on water, and Yo is going to make life difficult for him on the water. I like this. I love this sneak dock from Yo. Yo really wants to make sure that his opponent is not able to just free boom on water. But he knows he can't contest him straight up because Hera's already ahead in the water numbers. But that he can add fires and sneak them to kill fish. And Yo adding an outpost for vision. I don't think Yo got Town Watch, right? Oh, he does. He has Town Watch. I was going to say, he does seem to have a lot of vision. Okay. So we have Town Watch from Yo. And there's the monastery. And let the monks begin. No stone for Yo. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Monk Siege. And now we have the fires coming out. And Yo's actually gonna get War Galley right away. And Hera is not far behind on his own Castle Age timing. Hera invested into a few ships early, but he has so much more fish. Hera with the 11 eco count lead, just insane. And Yo actually housed here. Yeah, this is not where you want to. This is not a good place to be housed. When you need to be getting these monks out, when you need to be getting ships out, and he's currently housed. Has he built a house? He hasn't built a house yet. Where is Yo building a house? Okay, Yo is now building a house. He's building a siege workshop, so it's going to be siege monk. Hera sees the siege workshop. Yo is going to just start converting vills. And Yo does kill some fish, but Hera's going to escape with a lot of the fish to the south. And Yo just looking for fish to kill with his fires, and really sneaky here. To not even fight the fire for Hera. He's not fighting the ships. All he wants to do is kill as many fishing ships as he can. And Hera adding a second TC very early, and it looks like we're going to see light cav. So Hera knows it's going to be monks. He knows that he's ahead on water. He knows that he has the eco lead. All he needs to do is make sure that those monks do not overwhelm him. Hera also getting town watch. Has lots of vision. He knows about the monastery. He knows about the siege workshop. And he's going to start to make light cav to deal with this monk push. And Yo's still looking to find as many fish as he can. Yo also collecting the relics. I think Hera knows that Yo must be collecting the relics. He's looking for the monks. Horse collar coming in for Hera, who's going to add farms now on land. And Yo doing a nice job baiting that fire over to the shore, and now able to push it away with the attempted conversion. And now we have a armored elephant for Yo. I thought we were going to see mangonels, but armored elephant. I think Hera might delete here. And Yo gets the conversion. Yo has to feel so good about that. And now Yo is adding a TC down here, and Hera doesn't know about it. Hera almost runs into this TC. Could have denied it with those light cav, or at least delayed it. And now Hera looking for the monks, and Yo saying, you can come and try, but I'm going to convert those light cav. And now Hera adding more light cav. And Yo saving his light cav that he converted. Hera still up 10 vills. And Yo's going to add a third TC on the stone. Yo has 2 relics, 4 monks, and a light cav. But he feels confident in adding that third TC. Hera with a lot of farms down already. Yo with only a few farms placed. And no horse collar. Now we're going to see a siege workshop from Hera. And Hera taking out what's left, what little is left of Yo's navy. Attempted conversions here for Yo. Gets 1. And he gets 2. He gets 3. Hey, Superhero 55. Yo with some very fortunate conversions. Now has 4 light cav. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Devotion come in for Hera after having lost 4 out of his 5 light cav to Mr. Yo's monks. And now Mr. Yo, with 3 TCs to Hera's 2, could catch up in the Vil count here. And Yo has killed almost all of Hera's fish. Hera is up 1k2 in the res collected. So still in a much better position. But I think Yo gaining a little bit of confidence here from these really, really good conversions that he had. And Yo just continuously threatening these vills with these light cav. Another attempted conversion for Yo on the light cav. And Hera forced to build this second market since his first one went down. Third TC now going up for Hera, and Hera is on stone. Nice hit from that Mangonel on the light cav, and or not on the light cav, but the Mangonel on the monks, and the light cav are gonna come in and snipe both the monks for Mr. Yo. All the light cav go down for Mr. Yo. The monks go down for Mr. Yo. I believe these next two are gonna go down as well. No conversions there for Mr. Yo, and Hera must feel really good about that. Yo getting much closer in the Vill count now, having the 3 TCs. And Hera picking off 2 Vills for free here. I do think that we're soon going to see a castle from both players. Yo has the res, and now is building the castle. And what started with just monks and 1 siege elephant or armored elephant, I think is going to end up being Ratha and monks from Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo now getting bow saw. No bow saw for Hera, and Mr. Yo also having wheelbarrow. And now we're going to see a forward castle from Hera. Hera does not know about this castle from Mr. Yo. And a good shot from the Mangonel from Mr. Yo. Oh, and he snipes the Mangonel from Hera. Well played. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I have to sneeze, chat. I felt one coming on, but I think it's gone. And now we have forward castle on top of the monasteries, which is really nice for Hera. Now Mr. Yo can no longer use either of these monasteries to produce monks. The Vill count very similar. 1k more res collected for Hera, but no more fishing ships for Hera. He has lost all of his fishing ships, and Yo has similar economy. Hera does have a lot more farming, which means he probably will be able to hit a better imp timing. Now the Ratha are coming out for Mr. Yo. Nice quick walls for Mr. Yo to save this outpost Vill. And I think we're going to see these Ratha chase down the light cav. The light cav do get in, and they might get the Vill pick, but no. Hera pulls them back. And now we're going to see a range from Hera. 2 ranges from Hera, and I think we're going to see skirms. We'll see the addition of skirms with the light cav. And I think Yo is going to add the university now. But a lot of Ratha now for Mr. Yo, who does have a decent eco. Now Hera investing into some more eco-techs, gets wheelbarrow, has bow saw. No fishing ships now for either player. A few fires out for both. And the Vill goes down for Mr. Yo. The outpost Vill is down. Mr. Yo at 72 Vills. Hera at 83. Now Ratha forward now for Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo getting heavy plow and ballistics. I really like the ballistics choice here. He should be able to do a lot more effective raiding. And Hera has added a 4th TC. So Hera now on 4 TCs should get quite an eco lead. Mr. Yo getting a lot closer in res collected. Has it almost evened up at this point. Only a few hundred extra res for Hera. And Mr. Yo is housed. And Mr. Yo goes to spam some houses down. He's not actually making them. I don't know what... Okay, I was going to say, I don't know what vills he sent to make them, but... He said, what upgrades affect Ratha? So, when they're in melee mode, the attack upgrades for melee affect them. And then, when they're in archer mode, the archer armor is the one that affects their armor. And the, fletching, bodkin, bracer are the ones that affect their, when they're shooting their arrows. So, it's kind of a mix. The only one that doesn't affect them is the cav armor upgrades don't affect them, and neither do the melee armor upgrades. Yep, you're welcome. And now skirms coming out for Hera. Hera also gets ballistics. And we're going to see a second castle forward for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo wants to put more pressure on Hera with quite a good eco at this point. I think Hera is pretty comfortable with this position. Yo puts his Ratha into melee mode, but his Ratha are going down very, very quickly to these skirms. And now we have the forward castle. Yo loses all of his light cap, or I'm sorry, Hera loses all of his light cap to Mr. Yo's castle. A lot of light cap lost there. Will this castle go up? And now there's a counter castle. A counter castle for Hera. And the question is, will Yo be able to get this castle up? The Mangonel goes down, but there's still 8 skirms here. And a lot of these vills are very weak. I think that Hera gets his castle up. I think Mr. Yo's castle will be denied. We may see the GG right here. 95, 96. And the castle does go up for Yo. The castle does go up for Yo, but Hera's eco looking a lot better. And we have armored elephants now. 3 armored elephants coming out, and Hera can't deny these armored elephants. The fact that the castle is fully within range of the other castle, and the same is true. Hera has a armored elephant on the opposite side of Yo's castle doing the same. And we're going to see another castle. A third castle drop for Hera. And he's going to drop this castle to defend this castle. This is really funny. And Yo trying desperately to kill these armored elephants, but Hera doing a good job targeting the Ratha so that can't happen. And now there's a Mangonel here to deny these armored elephants. And I think Hera's going to be very happy with this position. A lot of vills will go down here in defense of this castle, and the castle will go down. Hera, unable to keep his castle up, is going to be able... Yo is going to be able to keep his castle up. Yo trying to save the armored elephants. I think we may see him attempt to heal these armored elephants and go in for another attempt on the castle. I don't believe this second castle was worth placing there to try and defend the first. I think Hera could have given that position up and gone up. But Hera does not feel that way. And Hera being the best player in the world, I think makes very solid decisions. So we'll see. We'll see if this ends up being worth it or not. Yo at home has 2 relics, is going back after the other castle. Don't know what we're going to see here. Yo going for another gold and getting gold shaft mining. A lot of skirms now for Hera, and Yo's going to have... Oh! Hera kills a lot of his own skirms there, but then gets a good second shot. One Mangonel goes down for Hera. And neither player looking to click up. Both players investing heavily into castle. 95 vills for Yo. 121 for Hera. Hera's eco looking very, very strong and will most likely be able to hit a much better imp timing at this point. Too many skirms now for Yo to viably stay on Ratha. In the long term, these skirms will be just too much. And it looks like Hera's going to go look for some value on this wood line. And Hera adding another TC. I think that's Hera's 6th TC. Yeah, Hera going for his 6th TC. And we're going to see 4 armored elephants going after this castle on the hill. But Yo actually has his own armored elephants. He's going to have... Or, sorry, Hera has 4 of his own armored elephants. And they're going to go after Yo's armored elephants. Hard to click these. And Hera's actually killing Yo's armored elephants with his own armored elephants. And now he hops into the castle with the armored elephants. Really well played by Hera, hopping in and out of the castle to kill Yo's elephants. And Hera keeping 3 of the armored elephants alive. And these skirms just wreaking havoc on Yo's woodline over here. Making things very messy and difficult for him. So many Ratha going down to the castle. And I think Murder Holes just comes in. Murder Holes comes in for Hera, who's tired of having the Ratha sit underneath his castle. Both players with very, very healthy eco numbers. And Hera clicks to Imp. Hera is up to Imp. And Yo drops another castle over here on Hera. So we have 3 castles on the map currently for Mr. Yo. 2 castles on the map for Hera. And Mr. Yo going for a 4th castle in Castle Age. And Yo must know by the score flip that Hera is up. He's very likely he knows that Hera is up. And Yo has to kill now. Because if Hera gets to Imp, he'll be able to start trebbing down Yo's castles. He'll get Bombard Cannon, he'll get Chemistry, Bracer, and we'll have very, very difficult skirms for Yo to deal with. Yo trying to get Ratha numbers together. He has 11 queued and 6 on the field. A few armored elephants for Mr. Yo still around. 2 left for Hera. Neither player with anything but a few fires on water. Or I should say, Yo has a few fires on water. And now we're going to see a 3rd castle dropping now for Hera. Technically his 5th castle. But the first 2 of them have gone down. And now it looks like Yo is looking to get clicked as well. Yo will get up to Imp. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see perhaps a GG when Hera hits Imp. And produces his Trebs. We'll see. We saw this last game. That Yo resigned a little, in my opinion, a little early. But maybe this game he'll hold on longer and play it out. Score very close. Res collected. Hera is 5k res ahead. The eco units, very similar for both players. Army count, very similar. And Yo seeming to be okay with his position. He seems not to be too dismayed with the earlier Imp timing for Hera. Maintains the score lead. It may flip soon. Yo looking to get some value with this Mangonel. I don't know if he's going to kill the Doc or the Vils. I think he'll go for the Vils. Trebs now being made by Hera. And I think Yo is going to add the stables to go for Light Cav. All the Ratha go down for Mr. Yo. This was a very costly fight over here. And Hera must be very happy to have the vast majority of the Ratha cleaned up. And Chemistry is now in for Hera. He can make his own Bombard Cannons. And Hera's starting to make Arumi Swordsman. 2 castles being trebbed. 3 castles now being trebbed for Mr. Yo. And all of the castles very easily trebbable by Hera's castles. No castles defensively for Mr. Yo. All of them used in aggression. Some skirms going down to Yo's castle fire. Now we have the Imp timing for Yo. Yo adding lots of farms. Adding light cav. Trebable. I don't know if that's a word or not, but it is today. I've never used that word. Oh, let's see. This castle's gonna go down for Yo. I think this castle's gonna go down for Yo, and this castle eventually will go down for Yo. And oh no, Yo, don't build it there. Yo building another castle right behind the one he just lost. And I think Hera's gonna move out and see that castle and be very happy with it. Oh, and the only Treb for Yo. Well, not the only Treb for Yo, but one of the only Trebs for Yo killed right away by the auto fire from Hera's Treb. And now we have light cav. Pretty decently upgraded light cav from Yo. And Hera has to pull the skirms back. And now this castle will go down for Hera. And maybe there's a chance for Yo here. What looked like a really good situation for Hera just a few minutes ago isn't looking so bad for Yo. Many of the Trebs that that Hera has here forward are going to be cleaned up by Yo. And there's still a lot of Trebs alive for Mr. Yo. Are we going to see Halb? And now we're going to see the Halb transition for Hera. Hera looking to play Skirm Halb. And there come the Spearmen for Hera. And I think Yo's going to look to play maybe Skirm Light Cav or something along those lines. Do you know what I would love to see? We'll never see it, but I would love to see Elephant Archers. Oh, Elephant Archer Light Cav would be amazing. I think we'll never see it. It's too expensive. But we are, I say that, and Yo had an elephant in the queue for a second. I think it was a misclick, but still, funny. Now, Hera trebbing this forward castle for Yo, but Yo also going to go for the treb, for trebbing this forward castle from Hera. And there's 2 relics here, and I think Mr. Yo will pick those up. I don't think it will take too long for him to recognize that those are available, and he can bring them back, and he'll have 4 relics. A lot of Halbs now starting to come out for Hera. And Yo desperately trying to repair the castle, but he can't get the repairs in on time. And Yo does have enough to build another castle. If he knocks down the Trebs from Hera, he could build that castle right here forward. And Yo now adding in his ranged upgrades, getting chemistry. I think Yo's starting to think about Skirm himself. And there it is. There's Elite Skirm for Yo. And there comes 6 ranges put down right away for Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo has more of the map currently, but I think Hera will quickly push out with this strong Woot Steel, Halberdier, and Elite Skirmisher Army. I don't think we have Woot Steel yet, but I do think it will come in. Let's check. Yeah, no Woot Steel yet, but I think we may see it. Yo's stone control is crazy. Yeah, Yo does have stone here. He has stone here, and there is a gold here, but this gold will not remain available. And that could be Yo's downfall. Now, Yo is getting the relics. He is getting these relics. He'll have 4 relics. Yo is raiding here in the back with the Ratha. They're not elite Ratha, but he is raiding with them. We have 2 Trebs still alive from Hera. 1 Treb from Mr. Yo. We're starting to see the skirms being produced by Yo. And it looked like Hera might rush in here, but Hera looks like he's going to be comfortable holding back and protecting his Trebs so that he can knock down these castles. And Yo, desperate to get these Trebs, is trying to run past the Halbs, but not able to kill the Trebs. And Yo Lucky to get that monk out of there alive. Will get that 4th relic. Mahayana coming in from Yo. Yo maybe wanting to add more eco. Has 10 Vils idle in the back. 20 Vils idle total. There is a gold here in the north that could still be claimed by either player. And now Hera diving the Trebs with his Halbs, and what can Yo do against this push? Yo just doesn't have enough eco. I say that, but Hera's down to 94 Vils. Hera really low on eco and has no Q. Yo with 126 Vils and has quite a bit more gold. Not a lot of helps for Hera. And Hera with only 33 on food. And Mr. Yo getting all of the stone. Mr. Yo able to collect from 2 different stones, and I think we're going to see another castle for Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo, I don't know about that castle. That is a risky, risky, risky castle. If you're... Does Mr. Yo really build this here, guys? I think that gets insta-trebed. What do you guys think? I think Hera insta-trebs that castle. He sees it. Why has he not clicked it yet? Maybe he wants it to be like 99% before he goes forward to click it. And the raids are really strong from Yo. Yo getting light cav in various different areas. And Yo building yet another castle on a hill. And Hera... I don't know why why he went for a TC here. Maybe because of the gold. Maybe he feels that having a TC there will help him control that gold. And now the Trebs click the castle here. And Yo's gonna lose this castle in like 2 seconds. I really don't understand why Yo built this castle here. He could have built it back here on his monastery and saved it for a while longer. Maybe he felt it was gonna buy him some much needed time. But, like, now, Yo is in a lot of trouble. Like, Yo loses that castle, now has nothing back here to defend his eco. Would have loved to see that castle further back and not so aggressive. Oh, and a good snipe from Yo on the Treb here. A lot of skirms from Yo. A lot of light cav raids, and Hera struggling to keep his eco pop up. Hera just above 100 Vils, but several times has drifted down below 100. And now Hera bringing these Trebs forward. They were very close to running into the castle, and now Hera, thinking about it twice, is going to add the stone gate here. He will lose those 2 Vils, but that gate is there. And now those Trebs can Treb this castle without any risk of being killed. And I think that Yo losing this castle will not be good for him. Will we see? There's enough. Yo has enough stone. Enough stone. He could add 2 more castles, though. Elephant archers. Let's go. Elite elephant archer on the way from Mr. Yo, and love to see it. Something I thought I would never see this game, and we're seeing it. Elite elephant archer comes in from Mr. Yo, and I think we're gonna see more elephant archers. Another Treb snipe from Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo desperately needs to add some houses. He's actually pop capped, even though he has Mahayana. So score very close. Eco KD very, very good for Mr. Yo. And now Mr. Yo getting this gold in the north, which is going to be huge. This gold will allow Mr. Yo to build more elephant archers. And I think Hera's struggling. Hera's struggling to know exactly what to do against the amount of units that Yo has on the field. And I think we're going to see, yeah, more elephant archers from Mr. Yo. How much are they? How much are elephant archers? I can't remember the exact price, but they're like 80 food and 60 gold or something, or 100 food and 60 gold. They're expensive. And now, Yo having quite the bank of res, can add more castles, has a lot of gold, he has gold access, he's got 130 vills. And I think that Mr. Yo in a very strong position, and there's the score flip. Hera getting a good raid on this gold in the north. Not allowing Yo to get that gold will be very, very good for Hera. There's a gold here in the center of the map, a gold here, and a gold here. I think that that Yo needs to focus on getting this side of the map castled so that he can take these 2 golds and continue to make elephant archers. And Yo throwing the elephant archers here. Big problem for Yo to throw these elephant archers. Is very expensive loss. And now we're going to see Yo come forward for this gold. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a forward castle as well. And now Yo, having gotten this castle up on this side, he's starting to mass the trebs and looking to begin to treb push. And Hera adding adding 2-handed swordsman to deal with the skirms, but there's the GG from Hera. Hera knows he doesn't have the relics. Hera knows that the Bengalis get Mahayana and have a phenomenal late game. And the GG is called. Well played, Mr. Yo. And that's 1-1. Banger of a series so far. Well played by Hera in game 1, pulling out a win on Chicken Arabia. And now we have Mr. Yo pulling out a really nice comeback. Yeah, what a game. This could have gone to Hera easily earlier in the game, and Yo bringing it back around. Doing a great job to stay alive in this game. Really like the way that that Yo came back here. Really entertaining. So let's go ahead and look. I'm sure that they'll be in a lobby very quickly. We'll take another look, guys, at the draft. So here you go. We'll hop over to this draft. And we're going to have a win from Bengalis from Mr. Yo and a loss for Hera with Dravidians. Bengalis was Yo's second pick. So both players have won with their second pick. And lost with their slightly later picks, Dravidians and Vietnamese. Not Nomad was Yo's selection. Now Hera, having lost, will be able to pick. He could pick Yo's last home map, and then play the last game or 2 on his own home maps, or he could pick one of his home maps to try and bring the series to a 2-1 in his favor. We'll see what he chooses here. Not in the lobby yet. Let me look at the clean feed they have available. I'm going to put you guys on the Age of Empires screen. Back to Capture Age for a second while I check for the clean feed to see if there's anything happening in between. Mr. Yo smoking after that. Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what the slight break is going to be. Let's see if I can find the Ling Yuan clean feed here. There's the clean feed. Both players? No, both players still at the PC, it looks like. So they must be in the lobby. Yep, they're in the lobby. So it'll be just a minute and we'll have that game started. We can maybe see what map they're going to be on. The Platypus TV says, if you don't get to London to play, you should definitely put your name on for casting games. I'm sure they will reach out to a few particular casters that are very, very talented and been in the scene for a long time to do that. But to be completely honest, Platypus TV, if I don't, I'm well aware of my skill level currently, and I don't think that I would have the potential to make it. But I would love to go and be there live. I would love to go and be there live. I think it would be very, very, very enjoyable. I've never been to a LAN event, and now I've been streaming for a year, so it'd be really fun to be able to meet a lot of the players that I've watched for a really long time, people that I admire from the AoE community, and to maybe meet a lot of other AoE fans in person would be a wonderful experience. So I think that it's quite possible that if I have the opportunity, I'll make it over there to participate in that LAN event. We'll see. We'll see, but I would love to. I would love to. So the game's on. They're on Zoo 2. So let's go ahead and get over there. 1 second, guys. And Baldwin says, I'm going, it's close for me. Well then, Baldwin, I might see you there. Maybe we can hang out while we're there. I can't make any promises, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right. AMK says, hey, Lewis is looking for a co-caster for tomorrow. Would you be interested? I did hear he was potentially looking for a co-caster. I think he would like to cast it with a pro. Right? And I'm not quite in that category. So, if he wants me to cast with him, I would always be willing to do that, but 1 second, guys. I want to get this paused. Alright. Actually, we'll just go ahead and let it play up to where it's caught up. But yeah, if he ever reached out, AMK, I would gladly accept that and co-cast with him. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I actually got a little bit of coaching like a year ago from Lewis. So, interesting. I think Lewis is going places in the AoE world. I think he's doing quite well in many aspects. So, all right. So I've never seen this map, so I'm gonna take a look at the map real quick. I've never seen this played, and it's no surprise to me that Hera has picked Mongols here with the amount of hunt that there is. I take that back. I have actually seen this played once in this tournament. I just didn't remember it, but now that I'm looking at the map, I have seen it once. So Hera picks Mongols here. Yo picks Georgians. Georgians start with the free mule cart. Both players very, very quickly up to feudal. I think both players want to fight for this middle pond, right? Very, very important with the deep fish that's here and the shore fish, and both players adding a second dock. Do they both know that? Yeah, okay. So Hera knows his opponent's adding a second dock. Yo doesn't yet, but I'm sure he's aware that that's a good possibility. A lot of hunt on this map. All kinds of hunt. And a lot of gold and stone spread out throughout the map as well. A very interesting map with a little ring of water around the starting TC. With it has shorefish in it. I wonder if either player will end up utilizing any of the shorefish on the outside there. 1 second, guys. Okay. And we have... I think both of them are going to go for fires. Yeah, both players going for fires. And Hera finding the 2 Vils here, but they have Loom. And I don't think Hera wants to lose the HP on his scout, so he's just going to try and annoy these Vils. The Vils do get 1 hit, and that's actually quite good for Yo. Yo, who has the Georgian scout that will self-heal, taking a fight against this Mongol scout would be very, very beneficial to Yo. And Hera being Mongols getting the faster uptime here from the food that he benefits from in the early game, this is very big for him. He's able to get the fire ships out earlier. We'll see who will be able to better micro these 2 fire ships. They both have to micro the fire ships and the scouts at the same time. Hi, Murderface. What's up? What's up? And I think we're going to see Yo will get the scout here. Yo with 4 HP. And, oh, so unlucky for Yo. Yo with 4 HP and Hera with 2, but Hera getting the lucky hit. And now Hera has the more fires, and he has the demolition raft. So Hera with the slight advantage on water. And Hera killing Yo's fish. Kills one fish. And Hera just microing this weak fire over and over again behind the healthy fire. And Hera's going to go ahead and now he's going to heal it. And now Hera is repairing the fire ship and keeping his fire ships alive. Just crazy micro. He does lose one there. Now Yo goes for the demo. Doesn't really get a great demo there. Now Hera with a demo of his own. Both players with only one fishing ship on the water right now. And behind it, nothing on land as far as military goes. Yo with slightly more idle time. About a Vil's worth of idle time from his TC. But does have a little bit more res collected. So Yo down one Vil. Hera doing a great job with these repairs. The micro and the repairs from Hera just been really, really strong this game. The KD well in favor of Hera, 4-2. And I think we're gonna have a big demo here from Yo. And they trade demos. They trade demos. Two goats just sitting here from Hera. Did Hera lose his scout as well, or is this no? His scout is still alive. Hera's scout is still alive. Hera trying to get a good demo here. Does not get a lot of value out of that demo. And I think we're going to see Yo go ahead and go back and repair this fire. We've got 4 fires from Yo, 3 fires from Hera. And Yo just constantly going back to try and repair these. And this could be a big demo for Yo. Or, I'm sorry, for Hera. A lot of weak fires in there for Yo. And Hera just saving the demo, waiting for the right moment to strike. And he kills both the repair Vils. Hera with the huge demos. And then he gets the entire navy from Yo. 2 huge demos for Hera. Big bada booms is right, la-di-da. That was insane. Hera with beautiful micro, great repairs, and Yo suffers from those demos. The KD is now... The KD... Oh, and a good demo. Good demo from Yo. The KD is now 12-8 in favor of Hera. And now neither player with anything on water except for fires. And Yo building 2 more fires, but Hera not investing anymore. Hera building the market and is looking to click up. But Yo nowhere close to clicking up. Yo is still a far ways away from clicking up. I think we might see a very, very fast castle time from Hera, and Yo just nowhere close. And Hera still having the scout is going to be able to scout these Vils. He knows the Vils are coming out for the Zebra. Second building going up for Hera. Could click very soon. Only lacking a few hundred food. Hera deciding to add 2 more fires. And I think Hera knows that Yo is going to add the fish, and he wants to snipe those fish. And now Hera with his scout bringing back all kinds of extra goats. Hera in a really, really good position right now. With his favorite civ, with one of his strongest civs, with a slight res collected lead, an even Vil count. And Hera has actually idled. He's idled his TC so that he can click up. And Hera is up. And Yo is still quite a ways away from clicking to castle. And Yo having to add farms here. No horse collar farms. Hera's still lacking double bid axe, which is is actually quite problematic when you have this many on wood, but no double bid axe. But double bid axe for Yo. A lot of goats being sent home for Hera. And now Yo not realizing that these fires were going to come out. Ooh! Good demo. Decent demo hit for Yo. Now Hera sending these back, but no repairvilles forward to be able to repair them. I think he's going to end up losing them. Yeah, nice job by Yo tracking that and realizing there was no repairville. And coming back now. Yo learned his lesson once and decides not to dive in between those docks, knowing that Hera could pop a demo out at any time. And that's exactly what Hera wants to do. He wants to pop that demo out to deal with these fires. And now Yo with his own castle time. Not a bad timing. Slightly slower, about 1.5 minutes behind Hera. And now Hera going out for the what will be a TC placement. And Hera wants that stone. Oh, and Hera goes for the greed. Hera goes for the greed. He adds 2 TCs right away. And Hera's going to take the hunt to take the stone. It is good to be the king. Thanks, Murderface.
It is good to be the king 11.
Thank you for the 4 months, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. And now we're going to have a Vil pick here. A Vil pick for Hera. Kills another Vil. Yo at 42 Vils. Hera only at 40, but is going to quickly take the lead with these 3 TCs. And so many goats that Hera gets to take here. And this is really problematic for Yo. Yo losing that scout early has been a massive problem in this game. Hera has been able to go around and collect goats without any issue with his 2 HP scout. Because Hera won that scout fight. And Yo only adding 1 TC. And now Yo trying to take a scout to figure out what Hera is on. Yo's going to see the monastery. Will Yo see the TCs? Will Yo find where Hera is taking eco? Yo chasing these many weak scouts. Very, very weak scouts, but I think Hera is going to bait Yo back and is going to try and convert the spear. And I think we're going to see all of these scouts heal up for Hera. And Hera now with a 7 Vil lead. Just like that. Hera quickly producing Vils on 3 TCs and getting far ahead in the Vil count. I like that Yo is adding the fortified church for the production. Able to boost the eco with these churches. Adds 2 fortified churches. Adds the farms. And now Yo is well aware of the 2 TCs that Hera has added. And Hera just healing up his scouts at home. Hera going for bow saw now. He forgot double bid axe for a while, but now we've got double bid axe and he's getting bow saw. Bow saw already in for Yo. Both players still fighting over the middle. Continuing to fight over the middle. Another demo raft coming out for Yo. And now Yo adding his own 3rd TC. He knows that Hera is being greedy this game and is going to work to greed himself a little bit. Both players going for a 3 TC boom. Both players going for scouts. Both players going for light cav. Yo's light cav heals. Currently 8 HP per minute. Hera's light cav has an extra 9 HP on them in castle. So now they have 72. I think, is that with bloodlines, I believe. So 72 HP to 60 HP. So extra 12 HP once they have bloodlines. And now we have the light cav just diving under the TC. Hera knows that his 72 HP light cav are plenty strong to take a few shots. If he can pick off some vills, he will. And oh, Yo's monk getting picked off by the fires. Yo needed to pay a better attention to where he sent that monk, and now Hera attempting to convert a fire, and Yo deletes it. Yo deletes the fire so that Hera can't have it. And now Yo with 3 light cav, trying to figure out where that monk is. Looking for it, searching. Will he find it? He does find it, and he's going to kill it. And I like this from Yo. Yo's going to build a sneak dock on Hera's little moat. And this is a good play. Hera cannot see this. He does not know about it. And Hera up by 17 vills. So Hera getting res collected lead, 1k res collected lead, adding a 4th TC. Oh my, the greed this game. And Yo not punishing it. Yo just booming himself. And now Hera doing the right thing, adding camels. Adding camels to deal with these light cav. And Yo's gonna have to run home. Hey, bye yellow, what's up, what's up? Is it a very late / early stream for me? Yeah, I wanted to be able to cast this set between Yo and Hera, and honestly, the next set is pretty good too, so I'll probably cast that one too. Matter of fact, the next set I think is the most important one. Oh, Yo almost gets a big demo there, and now Hera with the castle on the hill, and he'll be able to start going into Mangadai very soon. And Yo builds a galley to try and take Hera off of Eco, and Hera says, "Thank you very much, I'll take that," and converts the galley. Now Yo, seeing the castle, is going to have to run away with both the Navy and the light cav. And what will be Yo's response to the Mangadai? And Hera with the imp timing. Amazing eco for Hera. Amazing eco management. And Hera's up to imp. And Yo is nowhere close to imp. You know, after last game, I think Hera's trying to send a message here. Saying, you may have gotten last game, but this series is mine. Hera just doing a crazy good job controlling the game. This game. Controlling the map with the light cav. Just having an insane eco. 4 TC boom. With an extraordinary fast imp time. And now Yo going forward for his own castle. But will quickly be trebbed down when and if Hera becomes aware of this castle. Bio says, hey, sometimes you gotta be up at strange hours for things like this. I follow the NHL, and the East Coast games usually start at 2:30 a.m. for me. Life of a fan, Ace at Solafita. Yeah, well, it's true. It's true. Life of a fan. I have thoroughly enjoyed the Ling Yuan Cup so far. Some really good sets, really good games, and it's fun to see some names that you don't necessarily always see in the top 10. Right, seeing freaking Andy make it to this S tier LAN event is really cool. Really enjoyed his performance as well. His performance today was superb. Mangadai out for Hera. Second castle going up for Hera, and I don't think there's very much that Yo can do here. Yo clicked up to imp, but Hera with a very, very strong late game civ that has all of the units necessary to counter whatever we may see from the Georgians. Hera consistently has talked about his love of Mangadai and Siege Onager, and I think that Georgians do not really have great answer for Mangudai Siege Onager. In every land, the players say how great it is to just meet up with everyone. It's a weird job where you basically never meet your coworkers. So this is so nice for them. I agree, Biello. I think it's really cool to see the players be able to meet up, hang out, spend time together. Very, very unique atmosphere. And like I've said recently, I would love to be able to go and meet some of these casters and players and streamers at Londinium Red Bull. I think it'd be really neat. We're gonna see a 4th TC now from Yo, but honestly, I don't think there's much that Yo can do here to catch up. The res collected well in Hera's favor. All right. I'm also thinking of going. I am thinking of going. La-di-da, I won't lie. I am highly considering it. A lot of Mangudai out for Hera. I've always wanted to go to a LAN event. I would have loved to go to the last one in Spain, but I wasn't really in a position to do that. For various reasons. But maybe this time around I'll be able to make that happen. We'll see. I haven't committed to it yet, but I'm seriously considering it. Second castle now going up for Yo. Yo is up to Imp. We have Parthian Tactics coming in. Leather Archer Armor coming in now for Hera. And Hera just massing the Mangudai. And Yo adding skirms, but Hera is just gonna add Hussar to the mix. We're gonna see Hussar very soon. Scalbarding armor coming in, elite Mangudai coming in for Hera. Hera can afford the entire world. He's got 151 vills, quickly gaining a lead on Mr. Yo and res collected. The Human Blob says, how has the tournament been? It's been quite good, very enjoyable. You're looking at number 1 and number 2 with Hera and Yo fighting it out for first place in the group stage. This is the 4th and final day of the group stage, and the top 4 from the group stage will move on to the next stage of the event. We'll see a semi-final and a final. And Hera just microing. Being a micro nerd, microing his Mangudai against skirms, not losing a single Mangudai, and killing so many skirms. Insane. Does lose a few of his Mangudai to the castle. Actually loses quite a few of the Mangudai to the castle. Trying to kill the Treb, will he? And he does. He says, I'm willing to trade 4 Mangudai for a Treb. Not a bad trade, not a bad trade. And now Hera on 3 castles. Yo only knows about 1 of these castles, and Hera has expanded his eco. He's 160 vills. Yo on 120 vills. And Yo does not know about the army that's about to show up here. Yo's starting to produce Manaspa. And Hera's food count is insane. And there comes Hussar, Heavy Camel, and Forging. We're going to see Elite Mangudai and Hussar on the field in no time. And Yo trying to get a tower up here, a guard tower up here to defend, will not be able to get that tower up. And the score now looking very, very favorable to Hera. Hera almost up 10k res collected. And Keep is in now. It looks like Yo wants to go into... I can't think of the name of these towers. There's a special name. Oh, where is it? It's here. Svan Towers, right? Svan Towers. And Yo just calls the GG, which I think Yo is completely fine to call GG here. Yo has no answer to the Elite Mangudai Hussar combo. And that's just really, really well played. Hera came into this game 3 with 1 goal in mind, to dominate, and he did. Absolute domination in this game. Really, really well played. I think the first 2 games were much closer. This one was one-sided. This was all Hera. 2-1. 2-1 in the series. So been a great series so far. Very, very enjoyable. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to the drafts so we can see where things are at. And we have the map draft. Yo, after losing the first game on Chicken Arabia, picked his home map and won on Not Nomad. Hera picked his home map of Zutu and won that map. Hera wins with his #1 pick. Yo loses with his #1 pick. And now we're going to go on to Game 4 on what most likely will be Chicken Arena. And I think we're going to see a Turks Burgundians matchup, guys. I think we're going to see a Turks Burgundians matchup, and I think we're going to see some aggression from Yo and some crazy defense from Hera. That's my guess, and that's what I'm hoping for, because I think it will make for a very fun game. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to see Turks Burgundians, 2 of the best civs on Chicken Arena. I do think Yo is going to pick Chicken Arena here to try and even up the score. I could be wrong. We can look now because they're in a lobby and they... Oh, Yo actually picks his opponent's home map. Yo picks Picari. So we're going to be on Picari, and I think what we'll probably see is Wei from Hera and probably Romans from Yo. Maybe Wu from Yo. Might be Wu and Wei. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see the clean feed. See what's happening here. Both players in the lobby. Actually, it looks like they may already be in game with the movements of their fingers. And they are. They're already in game. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys into the next game. Give me just a second. Even if Yo had every civ of his draft available. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you said, but yeah, it would be really foolish not to take Turks. Yeah, Turks is so good on Arena. I agree. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Hopefully, it works to open it right away. And I was completely wrong about what civs we're gonna see, guys. Completely wrong. Let me get you guys on the right screen. And you're going to see what civs they picked. It's interesting. We have Hera playing as Armenians and Yo playing as Romans. And I will say right off the bat that I think that I like the Romans better. In this matchup, I think I like the Romans better. Armenians, they're both kind of heavily infantry-oriented civs. However, obviously, you do have composite bowmen, and you do have ARB for the Armenians. The Romans, you have really good Scorps, though. And you don't have really good siege. Oh, are they going to take a 50-50? No, they run away. That would have been interesting. Both players pulling as many boars as they can from the center of the map. If you haven't seen this map before, there's a lot of chickens along the side. Oh no! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. And they say that the pros don't ever do this, but time for us to watch a replay. Time for us to watch a replay. Doesn't ever happen to the pros. Oh, no way. Look where it hit him from, guys. Look where it hit him from. Let's play this back in slow motion. What? 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 It hit him from like 2 tiles away. Crazy that boar got that hit in. That is insane. That's actually nuts, guys. Anyway, we're going to get caught back up. We got to get caught back up. And so unlucky for Yo. So unlucky for Yo. And Yo actually is able to come over. Yo's going to come over and lane. Yo's actually able to come over and pull some geese. And so is Hera, though. Hera's able to as well. Ooh, and we have a sneak barracks. Oh, and Yo actually gets hit by the Vil. And the problem with this, guys, is now Hera's scout is actually... Oh, Hera's scout is dead. Hera's scout isn't alive. That's... Oh, wow. Wow. Now Hera has no idea about the sneak barracks. I thought Hera's scout was going to have 3 extra HP on it, and then it would be a problem for Yo, but no. Yo keeps his scout alive, maybe, temporarily. And Hera is now playing blind. He doesn't know where Yo is. I mean, he knows where Yo's base is, but he doesn't know anything about this. Yo has to be so happy with that. After losing the Vil to that boar in ridiculous fashion, I think Yo's got to be very, very happy about the scout dying for Hera. And now Yo knows that it's a range. And he adds his own range forward. This is really good for Yo. And now Yo has actually found another boar. I wonder if Yo will send a Vil to grab this. Do you think Yo will go for one more boar? And Hera is 100% unaware of this forward. He's 100% unaware. And Yo knows. Look at this. Look at this. Yo knows that it's going to be archers. Or very likely knows it's going to be archers. And he's already prepping the skirms. He's going to go double skirms. He's doing 2 range. Oh, if only Fish were here, guys. If only Fish were here. To see Yo doing double range skirms in the back of Hera's base. Fish has a lot of experience with this feeling. And now Hera's forward with 1 archer and a spear on Yo's base. But he's about to find out that there are skirms in his own base. He's going to see 2 skirms and he's going to go, where did those come from? Wait a second. Where did those come from? And now he sees 4, and he must be thinking, where are these coming from? And now, as soon as these houses go up, he may realize that there are ranges in the back of his base. Now Hera, oh, Yo loses his scout. That was sloppy. That was very sloppy. He should not have lost that, but he did. Now Hera is desperate to get these houses down. And Hera also, I think he'll try and idle these farms, maybe, with his archers. I'm not sure. And Hera feels like he has to build a tower on this forward on this gold. I think Yo's going to be happy that the tower was forced here. Oh, he doesn't see it. He does see it. Now he sees it. He can deny it. Did either player get fletching? No, neither player has fletching yet. Now Hera going back here to try and get damage on the wood line, but Yo already walled it up. Yo way ahead. Way ahead on the farming. And I think Yo's going to be quite happy with the fact that he's got a lot more farms down than his opponent, a lot earlier than his opponent. But Hera with a lot more geese and didn't need the farms that early. And food count looks a lot better for Hera. Food and gold looking a lot stronger for Hera. Now we have skirms forward and skirms back for Yo. And Yo's going to build a tower here. Yo coming forward. He shouldn't tap it yet. That was a mistake. He should have waited for the other 4 Vils because Hera might want to rush this down. And Hera's not rushing it. Hera's going to build another tower. He's gonna have 2 towers to the 1. And now Yo is getting fletching. And Yo is going to have 5 vills inside this tower rather quickly. Don't think he'll deny it, but he'll be able to get some damage on these vills. And Hera can't take the gold right now. Hera will be able to deny this tower eventually, but Hera cannot take the gold momentarily. Hera adding scouts. And I think that Yo will actually be very happy with the fact that Hera is adding the scouts. If Yo gets enough skirms out, the scouts will not actually be a problem. Oh, and now Yo says, you can have that tower, but I'm gonna build this tower. And there's actually a problem with this tower. This tower is in range of both of these towers. That's a bad tower, guys. Yo should have built that 1 tile back. I don't know that he could build it 1 tile back, but this is a bad tower. This tower is ranged by two enemy towers. You don't want that. And Yo behind in vills. I'm not sure if he got a tech. Is it Town Watch? No. How is he so far behind in vills here? Oh, he's housed. He's housed. 50 seconds of idle time and he's housed. And now Yo is gonna lose the 2nd tower. Yo gonna lose the 2nd tower simply because he didn't place it 1 tile back. This was a poorly placed tower. Now it gets denied. But Yo has a lot of military. Yo has 4 spears and 12 skirms. And Hera's going full scouts with Armenians. But Hera with a lot more farms. The eco not looking so bad right now for Hera. 20 farms. And Yo taking chickens. Yo does get some of the scouts here. Vills pop out forward for Yo. A few more good shots for Yo into those into those scouts. Oh, they pop out again here. And the army out of position for Yo. Yo loses a Vill there. And Yo's gonna lose 4 Vills here. And Hera just doing a fantastic job microing this fight. And now Yo is in a very, very rough position. A lot of skirms there, but Yo clicked up, but Yo is down 6 Vills. 6 Vills to Hera. I think Hera's going to be extremely happy with where things are at in this game. You have no Horse Collar. Now Horse Collar is coming in. Now Horse Collar is coming in for Yo. But Horse Collar already in for Hera. Hera getting Wheelbarrow, and Hera will be clicked up right behind Yo with a much better eco. 22 farms for Yo. And only 7 farms. Or, sorry. 22 farms for Hera. Only 7... Now 9 farms for Yo. Yeah, there's still military buildings over here, but that could actually be problematic for Yo. Now all of Yo's production is forward. And I think Yo is not going to be too happy with that tower placement that really cost him. It cost him 5 Vills, and it cost him not being able to continue to deny that gold for Hera. Yo really needed to be able to have that tower behind that house so it could deny this gold for a lot longer. And Hera going for 2 forward docks. What do you guys bet we see Drummonds from Hera this game from those docks? What do you guys bet that we're going to see Drummonds? I am fairly certain we're going to see some Drummonds, guys. And I think Hera is very comfortable with the position that he's in. Now, just remember, spoilers for those of you that don't know, so if you don't want to know what the results of games have been, don't listen. But Hera and Yo are number 1 and number 2 right now in this tournament in the group stage. Both of them are already in to the next stage of the tournament. This will simply decide which one of them is going to be higher seeded. And if some of the other players have really good sets later today, Yo may end up dropping to 3rd or 4th and have to face, potentially face Hera in the semifinal. And I think that out of any of the players, I don't think any of them want to face Hera first, right? So if Yo did very well here and won the set, then he would potentially not face Hera in the semifinals and would only face him in the final, but now it looks like he may very well lose this set. 2nd and 3rd TCs? Oh my. Yo goes for some heavy greed, and Hera's looking. Does he find it? Hera saw it very temporarily. Hera saw it very temporarily, but he didn't notice. He ran those scouts by, or those light cav by, but he didn't notice. And now Hera's going to know. He's going to know his opponent's on 2 TC, but he didn't see the foundation here. And Yo's on 3 TCs, and Hera is not going for additional TCs. He's actually investing into galleys. I think Yo's going to be really happy about the galley investment, because Yo can just back up to this wood line, and now that he has gold access in the middle, the galleys won't be so bad. And the score looks very, very bad here for Yo, simply because Hera has built a lot on water now, and has a lot of army. But Hera is up 2k res collected as well, so there is an advantage there. And Yo going for cav archers in the back. And Hera does know about this, but I think Hera's going to run through with the light cav and the knights and try and do damage in the eco. And I think Yo is going to try and get in and do damage as well. Nice quick walls from Yo. Nice quick walls from Yo. Does he get the last one? He gets the last one. Does he lose any vills here? He loses no vills. Really well done. And now Hera realizing there's a TC here now. And now Hera letting all of the war galleys out to deny this gold. And at the same time, Yo is attacking here to try and break through. And Yo loses a lot of vills on the gold. And Yo can't get out. 5 vills go down. Yo with a good conversion. With a good conversion here on the other gold. And now Hera says, I don't care about your TCs. I'm going to dive anyway. He dives in and is idling the entire eco. The entire eco for Yo is idled currently. And now Hera building a siege workshop forward, and Yo could actually deny this. If he sees it, he could deny the siege workshop. It's only 1 vill. And Yo's going to try and deny it. But he has to go all the way around the wood line. And somehow Yo's monk actually survived there for a second. And Yo gets in and may kill that vill. Now, the Siege Workshop does go up, but he gets a free Vil. But Yo loses everything on the forward. And Yo says, GG, well played. And Hera takes the set. Really, really well played by Hera. Nice job from Yo to take a game in there. But these last two games, very dominant from Hera. Very dominant. I think after Hera lost that second game, I think he really kicked it up a notch and turned the power on. I think he did not want to risk losing this set and drop in the where he was seated. He's happy to take the wins here. Murder says, why would you go skirms? Because he knew his opponent was opening Archer. And to be completely honest with you, I think that Yo knows that if he opens Archers here against Hera's Archers, that he loses that micro fight. Right? I don't think there's a single player in the game that is going to be able to trade evenly or would feel like they would be able to trade evenly. I think there are some players that could, but I think they would feel as though they would lose that fight. So opening Archers against one of the best players in the world, and if he's opening Archers, like if you open skirms, you're opening the counter to what he's making, right? Leary can, yeah, I do believe Leary is the one player that can really I don't want to say play at the same level. I want to say has some of the same micro capabilities, right? So I'll just show you real quick. Here's the EAPM. Yo plays around 65 to 70 most games, and Hera plays like a minimum of 100. In most games that I see Hera play, like his is like 100 to 115 on a regular game, and like 130 to 140 on like a heavy micro game, which is absolutely insane. Super, super fast player, right? So I don't think Yo wants to play Archer opening against Archers right next to where the opponent has his base, right? It's just going to be probably too easy for Hera to get ahead that way. So Yo sees Archers, he opens skirms, and Hera just played it really well. Played it really well. The next set, guys, that's going to be coming up right behind this on the schedule is... Oh, actually, it's scheduled for a half hour from now, but I doubt they'll actually take that long. Sebastian and the Viper. I am really looking forward to that set, and this is actually the most important set. Spoilers, so if you don't want to hear this, don't listen. But I'm going to take you guys over to the screen where we see the group stages. Okay, so if you don't want to see results, then don't watch while I show this, okay? This is where things are at, okay? Right now, so Hera just beat Yo, right? Hera is going to be locked in for first. The question will become, can Viper get into the top 4, or does Sebastian win the set and stay in the top 4? And if Sebastian wins his set, I think he actually may surpass Yo and get second seed. And if Sebastian gets the second seed, then... So, like, if Sebastian 3-0s Viper, which I don't think he will, but if he did, I think he would be second seed, and he wouldn't have to play Hera for the semifinal. Right? There's still a set left to be played between ACCM and Leary as well. I think if Leary wins his set, then he'll be second, even if Sebastian wins his. Right? So, Leary, if he wins his set, will definitely be second. Yo, I think the only way he would stay in second is if Leary and Sebastian lost their sets. But then if ACCM won instead of Leary, I think ACCM would take Leary's place here. I believe. I'm not 100% certain. But, like, because all 4 of these players potentially can still qualify, it's going to be really fun. Because all the next 2 sets that are still yet to happen will determine the 2 players that make it in. Right? I think if Viper wins his set, I think he has to 3-0 Sebastian to make it in here. I think he'd have to 3-0 Sebastian. It's really close. Yeah, really close tournament. So, down here, you have the semifinals, which is going to be a best of 7. So, the top 4 players in the group stage at the end of today will be playing in the semifinals, I believe, tomorrow. And then the final will be Sunday, I'm pretty sure. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Well, I guess maybe it would be... Would it be Sunday in China? Is that how the timing would work? Something like that. And AMK says, but does it matter though? Hera will just annihilate everyone? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's go and look at the clean feed real quick, guys. Actually, let's look at when these are going to be played. Let's look at the schedule. Sunday. We have the semifinal on Sunday. Where's the final? Leary, you said Leary beats Hera. I mean, maybe. We'll have to see, right? Group stage, so group stage 2nd versus group stage 3rd, group stage 1st versus group stage 4th. That happens tomorrow, but where's the final? I don't see it on here. I don't see it on the schedule. Maybe it's Monday? I'm not sure. I'm not sure when the final takes place. Do they have something in here that says when it takes place? Show schedule. Okay, the final will be... Okay, it'll be the same day. Yeah, so it's just going to be later in the day, same day. Man, those guys are going to be whooped. Those guys are going to be so tired. Like, imagine playing a best of 7 and then having to play another best of 7 same day. That's going to be... The guys who win are going to be exhausted. Like, some of these games go really long. I'm imagining there will be a break in between, right? Live. So it shows Sebastian and Viper in 27 minutes. Let's go to the clean feed. Okay, Hera's actually...
Next time. I think that's the first time he played that map.
Doing the interview. Can you guys hear this?
Honestly, I don't think he practiced it, so... yeah, it's what you can expect, I suppose.
首先，这个黑鸭对于这个战术没有做出直接评价啊。但是呢，刚才在这把开始之前，其实在2楼的时候，这个车老师有在私下问过黑鸭这个图。
I'm gonna mute this for a second because we don't understand what they're saying anyway. You said, did you check out the Hera versus ACCM 4-hour marathon game? I watched it live. I watched it live. That was a fun one. I don't give any spoilers in case somebody wants to go watch it, but that was an intense game. That was a crazy game.
OK， 我没有问题问了，我们还是恭喜鸭哥，希望他明天取得好成绩。
Congrats, Hera. Good luck tomorrow.
好的，那也是再次恭喜 Hera 赢下本场比赛胜利。那我们的赛后采访到此就告一段落了。
Yeah, so I don't know when they'll start this game.
A follow-up question from the audience. suppose there's a game number 5. Are you gonna use Armenians?
On Arena, I use Armenians on Picari. On Arena, I had something special.
Okay. So 的问题就是呢，我们这个如果有个地位瓦会不会打亚美尼亚？赫拉说呢，亚美尼亚已经选过了，但是大家不用担心。
That's funny, guys, that they're asking him what he would have played. You don't want to give away your strats. I'm glad he said that because it's like asking him what he would have done is like asking him to reveal how he would have played, and that's not. You don't want to do that in a tournament. Give up your plan is not, yeah. Because he could save whatever strategies he, you know, might have used and use them later.
So it's probably more of a general question. Basically, throughout the series, we've seen you, Hera. Most of the time, you get a little bit, at least a little bit, upper hand upon reaching castle. But your follow-ups vary, right? Sometimes you chose to go TC boom right away, or sometimes you go forward with monk siege and stuff. So. So this question is probably more general. Like, how do you decide what to do next at that point?
Yeah, it's a very complicated question because it really depends on the situation. But I would say that you want to go for what feels the best in the current position in the game. So sometimes if you're ahead, you can comfortably add economy. Sometimes if you're behind, you want to go for a push. If you have a nice hill to push from, it could be really nice. So it really depends on the situation, and I think that's kind of what separates the good players from the great players, making those decisions and making the right ones in real time.
赫拉认为，首先呢，这个问题问得很好。
Good luck, Biello, on becoming a top 10 player.
因为我们的这个
Good luck.
下一步的这个战术，往往要取决于在当时自己所处的具体位置。也就是说，当你已经拿到了一定的领先之后，你可以选择直接去进行发育种田，这是没有问题的。但是，如果你觉得，比如说你认为自己有一定落后的情况，或者你认为对方的家里面门口有一个山、一个小山、一个小坡，可以去推，那好，这么你去前置前压也是未尝不可的。这也就是所谓的如何区分一个好的玩家。
All right, Biello. I'm looking forward to the day that happens. I'll be the first to congratulate you.
好的，那我们再次掌声感谢 Hera 来接受我们的采访。那我们的赛后采访到此就告一段落了。接下来让我们一起来期待下面一场的精彩比赛。
That's it. Thank you, Hera.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm sure they'll go into the next game very soon. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to hop into the next game. They probably are about ready to hop into the lobby. Dude, the music's so funny. Sounds like anime music. 80s. You think 80s show music? I mean, this one's super intense, right? Because like either one of these players could make it into the next stage, and it's a lot of money riding on the line, right? All right, we get to see the draft. Let's go. Let's go. First map is Bedouins. I love that map, guys. It's like Africa Clearing, but a little better, I think. Oh, we get to see Khmer, Picari, Not Nomad, and Lookout. Man, these are good. I like the maps that they picked. We don't have to see Chicken Arabia for the like 100th time. He said Dunghua. That's what Chinese animation is called. I had no idea. I don't. Yeah, I'm not into like Eastern Asian animation. No matter where it comes from, it's not something I really watch, so I don't really know much about that. He said, AMK says, is Viper getting old or players just getting better than him? I think Viper has, I mean, he has a kid now, right? I think that it's not that he's like too old to compete. I think that he's got other priorities in life along with the game. He used to be able to just focus on the game, and now he's got a lot of other things going on, right? So real life sometimes takes precedence. I just think he has less time to invest than he probably used to. And he is a little older. He did have an injury, right? He had that wrist injury. But I think he's still top level though. Right? He still makes it into all of the big tournaments. He still does really well. I don't think you could put him outside the top 5 still, right? You said still top 3 in the world easy? I don't know. I don't know that he's top 3. I think Yo, Leary, and Hera are top 3. That's what I think. If you ask, like, that's my opinion, is that Yo, Leary, and Hera probably be number 1, Leary number 2, and Yo number 3. Yeah, last Red Bull it was him and Hera. I think this Red Bull it's gonna be Leary and Hera. I'd be really surprised if it's anyone else. MBL is up there too. Yeah, I would put MBL in top 5. I'd put Viper and MBL probably right up there. As number 4 and number 5 probably. And then maybe up there as well, like I'd put like Nikov, Sebastian, Hart, ACCM in like the top 10 maybe. I mean, it's hard to like after the top 5 it's kind of hard because there's like a whole group of like 15 guys that could play as top 10 players, you know what I mean? It's hard to like narrow it down to just a certain set number of players. Alright, so let's look at this draft. Sebastian has Japanese, Dravidians, Vietnamese, Romans, Bengalis, and Jurchens. Viper has Georgians, Portuguese, Koreans, Spanish, Lithuanians, and Wu. I think I like Viper's draft slightly more. I think I like it just a little bit better. But they both have such good drafts. Right? They both have really good drafts. But what do we think they're going to play? What do we think they're going to play for their first game on Bedouins, guys? I think it's going to be... I think it's potentially going to be Georgians. Or maybe Lithuanians for Viper on Bedouins. And I think we'll either see Vietnamese or maybe Jurchens from Sebastian. But I could be wrong. That's my guess, though. That's my guess. Looks like they're into the game. Yeah. I hear it. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and open it up so that we can watch the game as well. Give me 1 second. We'll go ahead and leave the clean feed muted. And open this. Sebastian versus the Viper. Oh. Okay. And it's Roman Spanish. I was completely wrong, guys. It's Roman Spanish. Alright, let me get you guys on the right screen. Here we go. Alright, so Sebastian in blue as the Romans. Viper in yellow as the Spanish. And let's see. Sebastian does not know where Viper is. He doesn't know where his mill is here forward. Viper does not know where Sebastian is either. Neither of them has figured out where the opponent is. I think they both may have a general idea based on their scouting patterns. Honestly, though, Sebastian actually has not sent anything. Okay, he just sent a goat down here. So Sebastian probably knows that Viper has something here. Interesting. Woodline here for Sebastian. Woodline here for Viper. Viper has a gold right next to his TC, which is really nice because that will not be denied, right? And Sebastian has a similar situation. He has his main gold behind his TC. So that, if you've watched a lot of the Bedouin games up till now in this tournament, you've seen players regularly try and deny the gold for their opponent. I don't think we'll see that in this game. I think we'll see Viper do some kind of FC into Conks. And I think we'll see Sebastian maybe play Cav Archers here. Right? Like, what else do you make? You'd have to make Skirms, and honestly, Skirms are just too slow to catch the Conks. I think anything besides Cav Archers would not do well if Viper does indeed open Conks, but I'm very I'm very confident that that will most likely be the situation. Imagine if one of these players, guys, had gotten a TC like here. Like, look at this. Triple pond, gold, boar, woodline. A TC here would be like the trifecta of TCs, man. And like, Sebastian does not have an ideal pond. Only 3 fish in this pond. Not ideal at all, actually. And he is taking this pond over here. Viper has 2 ponds he can go to fairly close that are pretty easy to wall as part of his base. So I think I like Viper's position a lot better. Yeah, the fish are all forward as well, yeah. Now, Sebastian does seem to have a decent bank of goats, and so does the Viper. Both of them have pretty good amount of goats. Both players up to feudal around the same time. We're going to see scout opening from Sebastian. I think we'll probably see like scouts into a castle timing from Viper. Yeah, we're going to see scouts from both players. Hi, Flats AoE. Said, good morning, couldn't sleep, so watching some of the tournament. You're saying you couldn't sleep, so you're watching some of the tournament? If that's the case, I'm happy that you get to watch some of the tournament. And we're seeing a range right away from Sebastian. That's actually kind of crazy. Why are we seeing a range so early? Are we going to see an Archer follow-up right away? Yeah, he's going to gold. We're going to see an Archer follow-up. Baldwin says Viper has the better map. Yeah, I think so, Baldwin. I think Viper has the much better map. He's already walled, essentially. Like, if Sebastian wants to run in here, actually, Viper needs to wall this. He can't see that. He might not realize that that's open. That could be really big. Like, that could be really big for Sebastian, actually. Sebastian has a lot more that he has to wall. Both players getting loom. Both players going scouts, and Viper, does Viper see this? Viper doesn't know about the Archer follow-up. Okay, now he knows about the Archers. He's going to see the Archer follow-up here. He's going to know he's going Archers. Will he add his own range? Viper does the quick walls, gets the spear. No, Viper does not know about this hole, guys. Viper's unaware of the hole. And Viper might lose a Vil here. Ooh, nice quick wall. Nice quick walls from Viper. Really nicely done. And now Viper's going to block with the scouts. And oh, and another quick wall. But he doesn't save it. He doesn't save it. Oh, he loses the Vil. But good attempt. I do not like that Viper has not realized this. Ooh. And Sebastian with a big mistake here runs into the TC, loses an archer, and loses some HP off the spear. Now, Sebastian doesn't know about the hole either, but I think he's going to find it. Like, Viper should know there's a hole there. He should see this. Like, there's no tree. And Sebastian has to do a lot of walling for not the greatest of bases, right? And I think Viper's gonna regret not walling that. Ooh, Viper gets in. Viper gets in before the walls go up for Sebastian. Gets a free Vil pick. He might kill the house too. Sebastian gets a nice wall in there on the Vil. Walls in the gold Vils. And Viper finds the fishing Vils. He's gonna get another Vil kill here. Nice Vil pick. It doesn't even get hit. Does not even get hit by the spear. And Viper may be able to make it out with these scouts. And now Viper making skirms to deal with the archers. And I think we're going to see Viper just run through the TC fire. He knows he has to. Or maybe he'll run around the base for a while longer. We'll see. And now Viper just taking a fight with the scouts. He knows that he's going to lose them. But those scouts got their value, right? 2 Vil kills for the 3 scouts. And Viper just... it's really rough that Viper still does not see this hole. Maybe the Ibex will show him that there's a hole. These archers are about to find that hole. Sebastian is going to click into the base. And his units are all going to go down here. Yep. Yep. And Viper's on his way up. Oh, Viper sees it. Will he get it closed? Will he get it closed? Oh, and he just gets it closed. Just gets it closed. Just in time. Just in time, he's able to get that hole closed. Now he stone walls behind it. He says, no, you're not getting into my base. Not today. And the problem now is if Viper wants to go for a castle and go into conks, he's going to have to buy the stone. So I think we're going to see instead what we're going to end up seeing is potentially a siege workshop and knights. A lot of army from Sebastian. Sebastian's uptime is going to be significantly later. Honestly, knights might be really good here. And that's exactly what we're going to see. Viper, I don't know if this was a planned strategy going into knights, but Viper, seeing how this game is playing out, is choosing to go into knights here, and I think it's a good choice. And, like, Sebastian, what can he do if these knights pop out? Bloodline knights. And these archers won't stand a chance. I think Viper is looking for that army, or potentially looking for some value. Okay, he finds the spears. And now Sebastian knows about the knights, so he's adding spears in. And he's getting the armor upgrade. The armor upgrade being very strong for Roman infantry, right? And now we're going to see monks. Oh, and Viper takes some unnecessary hits from the spears here. Takes a lot of hits from the spears. Viper adding 1 monk. I don't know if that's just to heal up some of his units. To grab the relic. or if he's actually going to go into monks. Imagine Conk Knight. Like, the Knights to clean up the potential skirm counter. And the Conks to kill everything else. You could see it. He's getting the market. I wonder if he wants to... What does he want to do with the market here? Is he going to buy and sell? Knight's putting pressure on the Palisades, and Viper adds a TC. Maybe he just wants to buy enough stone for a second TC. Or, well, a third TC, technically. Sebastian's up now. He's going to crossbow. He's getting bodkin. Viper forcing more house walls here. And Viper has 7 knights on the field. And 12 crossbows are not really going to be enough to deal with 7 knights. And these knights are +1. They have +1 armor. That palisade will go down, and here's the siege workshop. We're going to see a mangonel from Viper and missionaries. We're seeing the donks. Ooh. And he gives up a free vill here. That's unfortunate for Viper to give up that free vill. And now some spears go down for Sebastian. Sebastian's adding another range, adding his own second TC. And the donkey is pushing back the horses. Okay. More knight pressure from Viper. Sebastian decides he doesn't want to be in the base anymore with the crossbows. And pulls back with his crossbows. More pressure still from Viper. Second relic brought in, and now the Viper goes to stone. Now the Viper goes to stone. Sebastian is out here scouting. He may find it. He may realize what's happening. But now we're going to have a lot of ills on stone. And Sebastian spots it. Sebastian spots the stone. He knows that Viper's going to go to conks now. And now come the cav archers for Sebastian. And this is what I thought would be the play, right? Cav archers for Romans. Conks for Spanish. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing now. Big shot from Viper. Huge shot from Viper. And I think that Viper's going to be very happy with that shot. And he might just take this fight. He's got +1 on the knights. I think he's going to be comfortable to take that fight. And he closes in to pick off the spearman first. He finishes picking off the spearman. And now he's taking the fight. But honestly, not a bad fight for Sebastian. Traded 3 spears and 2 crossbows for 3 knights. I think he'll be happy with that. Still no ballistics for Sebastian. And Viper now starting to greed a little bit, adding a 4th TC. Adding a 4th TC. And now he has 2 mangonels. 2 relics at home. And Sebastian just on 2 TCs. And Sebastian is actually up 1k res collected. And that's the power of the Roman eco, guys. That's the power of the Roman eco. It's very strong. And Viper's going to throw away a monk here. Viper throws away a monk. And this is not a good time to be throwing away monks when your opponent is getting forward siege workshop on you. And Sebastian with his own monks. He's got a lot of cav archers. Viper slowly killing scouts with a skirm in the corner. Love it. Love to see it. Oh, big attack ground from Viper. Nice way to clean up those crossbows. And Viper with almost enough stone to place his castle. And I think that's exactly what Viper's looking to do here is get enough stone to place a castle. And there it is. There's the castle. Defensive castle. Adding scorpions here. And Sebastian's going to find this. Sebastian, are you going to find it? Oh, he just misses it. Sebastian just misses the castle. He doesn't know about it. He could have come forward to try and deny it. Viper going out and is going to find the monks. I think we're going to see 2 conversions. Yeah, 2 conversions. That was huge. Sebastian getting 2 knights for free is really big. And now the castle goes up. The castle goes up for Viper. A 3rd TC. A 3rd TC now for Sebastian. Town Watch coming in for Sebastian. Bloodlines for Sebastian. Viper on his 4 TCs. A lot of idle time for Viper, though. 6 minutes of idle time. 20 vil lead for Viper, but the res collected still in favor of Sebastian. And part of that is Sebastian got Bowsaw and Wheelbarrow, and Viper has not gotten Bowsaw or Wheelbarrow. I think Viper's going to regret not having gotten the Ecotechs. And now Sebastian getting some high numbers, some very high numbers of Cav Archers. And this is worrisome if you're going into Conks as the Viper. This is not what you want to see. 20 Cav Archers from the opponent is not what you want to see. And Sebastian just keeping some units over there for vision, and it pays off. It pays off big. And the conks go down immediately. Well, 1 conk goes down immediately for Viper. And so does the Scorpion. A little bit sloppy from Viper with the units here. Viper now getting Bowsaw, but still no Wheelbarrow. And now 20 Cav Archers on Viper's doorstep. And Viper ahead by 17 Vils, but still behind in the res collected. And now Sebastian happy to add a 4th TC. Sebastian has a relic collected. Sebastian could grab this relic and this relic as well with the map control that he has right now. And Sebastian clicks up to Imp. Sebastian is up to Imp. Viper is very close behind. Viper should be able to click here in just a second. And Viper clicks Imp as well. Very similar Imp timing for both players. Sebastian briefly clicked Elite. Briefly clicked Elite Skirm, but then DQ'd it and clicked Ballistics instead. And I think Sebastian debating whether he should continue with the Cav Archers or not. And now Viper getting Fletching. I think Viper is going to opt to add Skirms. And Viper doing a nice job picking off the Mangonel with his conks. And a nice job from Viper killing some Cav Archers that were sitting on the outside of his wood line. And now Sebastian re-queues Elite Skirm. I think both players are going to opt for Elite Skirm. Viper getting hit a little bit here on the gold. And now Viper gets Heavy Plow, Wheelbarrow, and Stone Mining on his way up to Imp. Viper now getting all of the Ecotechs. And Sebastian getting Handcart. Handcart getting Leather Archer Armor. Sebastian working with the faster Roman Eco and having more techs earlier on than Viper. He's down 20 Vils, but still has slightly more res collected. Almost even now in the res collected. The KD very strong in the favor of the Viper. And Viper actually snags the relic that was up near Sebastian's base. And Sebastian should have gotten that relic. Now he's going to be down 3-1 in the relic count. Viper adding yet another castle. Viper getting Bodkin. Viper adding Chemistry. Forward castle for Sebastian. And we're going to see Trebs out for both players. And Viper knows about this castle. And we're going to see double Trebs from Viper and only single Treb from Sebastian. Viper's going to have the slight benefit of having two castles here in this Treb war. Now we're going to see Bracer coming in and Handcart coming in for the Viper. Viper's still hovering over here with these Knights, not allowing Sebastian to come out on the east side of his base. And this is actually really helpful because Viper's able to contain Sebastian at one side of the map. Sebastian adding outposts to gain vision to see if Viper is coming out, but Viper also containing him at the same time. Viper now with 3 Trebs and Sebastian with only 1, and Sebastian frantically trying to keep this castle up. And Sebastian needs to be careful. He's losing the Cav Archers. Losing the Cav Archers to the Scurbs here. And both players making a lot of skirms now. Neither player seeming to be teching into anything else. Viper adding a 5th TC. On the gold on the east side of his base. The right side of his base. Viper continuing to break the houses up here. Letting Sebastian know that he's still there with the Knights. And Bombard Cannons now out for the Viper. Bombard Cannons out for the Viper. Still has the Mangonels. Good attack ground. And Sebastian looking like he's in a very tough position now. Viper slowly gaining the res collected lead. And now starting to push forward with these Trebs and the skirms. And now Viper's adding hand cannon, and hand cannon, bombard cannon is going to be a problem for Sebastian. Sebastian with no solution, as it seems, to the skirm push here. And Sebastian falling way behind in the mill count, and Sebastian calls the GG. Really, really well played by Viper. Viper picking Spanish and then opening Knights, which is definitely going to be a surprise. Sebastian was not ready for the Knight opening and had to quickly transition to Cav Archers. I like how Viper played this. Viper made it seem like he was going to open with Conks and ended up doing something completely different. Right, and then did eventually make some conks, but I like Viper played very conservative and safe, but I think that he felt confident in his pick. And Spanish definitely, I think, is a strong pick here. Hera obviously felt that way the other day as well. So Viper takes game 1. I like it. Off to a good start with these games. It was competitive. It was a fun game. I think Sebastian could have maybe played a tad bit more aggressive. And maybe he could have denied the castle, put some pressure on Viper, and gotten better map control. But I think he gave too much time for Viper to comfortably get into a late game comp that he wanted to be on, which was eventually hand cannons and bombard cannons, right? I am assuming they will be in a lobby very soon, and they already are. They're already in the lobby for the next game. So we're going to go ahead and take a look very quickly at their drafts. Well, actually, we'll look at the live. We'll look at their clean feed, because that will be easier. Here you go. You can see their faces. See what's going on with them right now, as they're considering what they should pick, what they should do, how they should play. And Spanish, Romans have been used. Bedouins has been played. Sebastian now will have the pick of the map. Sebastian may go with one of his own home maps, Lookout or Khmer, which is pretty typical if you lose the first game, that you pick one of your home maps, try and get a win, tie the series up. if we do see Khmer, I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially saw Japanese or Dravidians on Khmer, and we could potentially see maybe Wu or Portuguese from Viper. It sounds like they're into the next game, so we'll go ahead and open that up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll open it up on Capture Age for us. I like to have it open. It's Kamai. It doesn't look like Kamai, but okay. I'm gonna call it Khmer. All right. There we go. Is it Kamai? Kamai. It just doesn't look like that. How it's spelled does not look that way. Anyway, that being said, on this map, now that I've cast it a few times, you start right across a channel from your opponent, and it is indeed Wu and Japanese here. Wu and Japanese. Interesting. Let's see. 1 second, guys. There we go. So we have Viper in the yellow playing as the Wu. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Sometimes Americans butcher words that are not English. I will say, if I knew for certain how it was supposed to be said, I haven't actually heard. I don't think I've heard anyone else say. Is it Kamai, though? Does anyone else know? Is that how it's supposed to be said? Alright. Anyway. We have the 4 islands on the outside that have gold, stone, hunt, wood. And then we have the main islands that are right next to each other. Sebastian has come over to Viper's island with his scout, and Viper has come over to Sebastian's island with his scout. You start with the docks in the back, and both players utilizing those. Both players are up to feudal very early, and we're most likely going to see a men-at-arms play from both of them. Japanese having the faster attacking men-at-arms, and the Wu having the self-healing men-at-arms. It seriously is. It's not just something I came up with. But not sure I've ever heard a caster use that. Or maybe T-West has done it. Hardly the most pressing issue. Yeah, I honestly, if I knew like how it was being commonly pronounced by other casters, I probably would try and follow suit. But I actually don't know how they're saying it. But yeah. If I know the correct way, then I always try and say it the best that I can. So both players hopping in and out of their transports here. This is so funny. And like, Viper now knows that he's going into infantry, that Sebastian is going into infantry. And Sebastian knows that Viper's going into infantry. And it looks like Viper's just going to keep his at home. And he's just going to wait. He's going to wait for the transport to drop it off, and then he's going to go fight it. Both players immediately getting men-at-arms. Both players immediately getting double bid axe. Both players making anything on water. Neither player making anything on water. Okay, now we're seeing fire galleys from Sebastian. Good wall there from Viper. Sebastian's scout slightly more damaged. The quick wall was great from Viper. And Viper trying to save his scout and kill Sebastian's, but Sebastian's gonna hop back in the transport. Oh man. And now Sebastian can just run forever, right? With these men-at-arms and just heal back up. And that's what he wants to do. Sebastian just wants to run back to his transport, hop in. And yeah, he's just gonna hop in and out. Oh, and Viper loses his scout. No. Oh, you're right. You're right. Sebastian has Japanese, doesn't he? I was thinking it was the other way around. Yeah, yeah. Murderface, correct. You're correct. No, no. So Viper's heal. So that's Sebastian's running with the Japanese men-at-arms. And now Viper's blocking Sebastian's transport so he can kill it with the fire ship. And now Sebastian has his own fire ships going back to Viper's fishing ships. And Viper has gone on to archers. At least one archer. Viper... It looked like Viper was taking the oyster. Viper was taking the oyster. Viper was taking the oyster for gold. Interesting. And the men-at-arms now dead for Sebastian. Men-at-arms and the archer getting some value for Viper. And now Sebastian has the numbers here. He's going to take the fight, but Viper has the Repairville. And Sebastian now has to go into a range. And he's adding archers himself. And it looks like Sebastian is also taking gold with the fishing ships. Viper has his own fire galley back here to disrupt Sebastian. Now more archers show up for Viper on Sebastian's woodline. Viper now with the overwhelming numbers here. Sebastian has to go run away with his fires. And outside of the oysters, no gold being collected for Sebastian, but gold being taken by Viper. And the Eco KD is 3-0 for Sebastian, who has killed some of Viper's fishing ships. No, by yellow, I was confused for a second and was calling out the wrong Civ for Sebastian. So he thought I was saying the Japanese ones were healing, which I was accidentally. This house will go down for Sebastian. He's walling behind, but he has archers behind it now, so he should be fine. Fletching coming in for Sebastian. Fletching coming in for the Viper. Sebastian coming back in behind with another fire, but Viper staying at home with his fires. So Sebastian shouldn't get any more value there. And Viper did not finish this market. Viper started building the market, but has not finished it. And now Viper sends a Vil out to finish it. I think Viper wanted to use this market. Now the market goes up. Now we're seeing some farms being placed for Viper. A lot of farms already down for Sebastian. And now Viper sees the fire ship, takes his own fire ships to kill it, and he should get it. Market now for Sebastian. A lot more archers now at home for Sebastian. And now there's a forward. Now there's a forward barracks for Viper, who most likely will transition to Jian Swordsman. And we've seen this before. We've seen this before. The Jian Swordsmen are incredibly strong and difficult to deal with. Sebastian sells to go up. Viper sells to go up. Viper's on his way up. Sebastian can't quite go up yet. And Sebastian with 500 more res collected, but still not able to go up. And now Sebastian gets wheelbarrow. No, he clicks castle. Clicks castle, and he's a full minute behind Viper. And now the question is, how will Sebastian deal with the Viper's Jian Swordsman for that minute before he can make his own longswords? And now Viper is sending another Vil over, and I think he's going to build another barracks on this side of the island. Viper now adding demo rafts? There's 2 demo rafts, and now we're going to see a second barracks for Viper on the opposite side of the island. And does Sebastian know about it? Does Sebastian expect this? It's as if he expects it, and he's looking for the transport. Will he find this Vil before the Vil gets the barracks up? Looks like he's going to transport these archers. He got a glimpse of it. Very quickly, he got a small glimpse of it with the transport, but I think he only glimpsed the Vil. And now we're seeing War Galley and careening from Viper, and we're seeing Jian Swordsman right away. And Viper's actually making a slight mistake here. He's making Jian Swordsman from this back dock. Well, maybe it was on purpose. Maybe it's to deal with these archers. It's actually not a bad idea. And now Sebastian sending fires one direction and the other. And this sneaky fires back here. And Viper cleaning up all the fish for Sebastian. And now we have Jian Swordsman. Oh, Jian Swordsman gets in through a deleted palisade. And Viper doing damage to Sebastian's eco. And Sebastian feels like he has to add monks. And Sebastian trying to get the quick walls. And Sebastian gets the quick walls, but then the fires delete the gate or destroy the gate. Fires in the back here, getting some value for Sebastian. But Viper clearing up these fires. A siege workshop now being made for the Viper. And the Jian Swordsman continuing to get great value for Viper. And no long swords yet from Sebastian. And now we're seeing monks, but monks are going to be very, very late here. And the Eco KD is now 7-6 in favor of the Viper. But the eco for Sebastian is looking very, very rough. We've got a lot of Jian Swordsmen around the map now for Viper in different areas. Now we're seeing a ram, a scorpion, and a ram for the Viper. And first conversion now being attempted for Sebastian. And Sebastian blocking with the Vil. Sebastian gets the conversion on that Jian Swordsman. Man Ray. He said, yo, just dropped a follow. Your gameplay was insane for real. Welcome to the chat, Man Ray. And I said, I'll tune in again with my friends after. I'm on Discord. Add me. Roy Rogue. I haven't been playing. I've been casting, but... I did play earlier, if that's what you were talking about. But welcome, Man Ray. Welcome, welcome. And, yeah, so now we have the Ram and the Mangonel here for Viper. And Sebastian trying to get conversions on these Jian Swordsmen. And two monks destroyed by the Viper. And Sebastian's eco looking very, very difficult. Everything on gold for Sebastian. That's his whole eco right now. Does get a conversion on the Jian Swordsman. The Jian Swordsman's going to be able to kill the Mangonel. But now there's Jian Swordsman all over the gold for Sebastian, and Sebastian having a hard time dealing with these Jian Swordsmen. And the Eco KD now skyrocketing for the Viper. The Viper now just 46 to 28 KD. And things not looking good for Sebastian at home. And we're seeing more conversions on the Jian Swordsman, but now the eco is 36 to 51 in favor of the Viper, and the Viper at home barely dealing with any difficulties, just a few ships harassing. But Sebastian with an eco that is in absolute shambles. Viper now getting wheelbarrow at home. Continuing to add houses. But Sebastian has cleaned up the Gion Swordsman push. Has gotten a lot of conversions. Will be able to push this back. But now we have Bowsaw and Wheelbarrow coming in for the Viper. And Sebastian trying to take care of the forward that's on his base. Viper's still making a few Gion Swordsmen forward. Neither player has moved off of their original island. Both players starting to invest in some ecotechs. I say that, Sebastian has only gotten double Bidax. Viper investing in ecotechs. Sebastian just trying to stabilize at home. And Viper runs his transport straight into Sebastian's navy, and 2 Gion Swordsmen are lost just like that. And Viper harassing Sebastian's vills that are on his forward gold. Viper adding a university. May see ballistics potentially. Wondering what the university may be for. The siege workshop goes down for Viper. Sebastian starting to stabilize, but behind by 16 vills. Res collected are 1.8k in favor of the Viper. Looking more and more like the Viper's going to go up 2-0 in this series. And the dock will go down for Sebastian, who does have Navy, but it looks like Sebastian is going to try and send over his Gion Swordsmen and his monks to the Viper's base. And Viper does not have anything at home to deal with this. And he's also going to... he's going to bring Vills. He's going to bring Vills, and there's a castle drop. There's a castle drop. Let's go. Sebastian with the epic castle drop onto Viper's face. And the Gion Swordsman getting a lot of value. And now the monks going in for some conversions. And it's not looking so bad for Sebastian now. And now the castle is up, and this is the Viper's only TC. And Sebastian continuing to get Vill kills with this converted Gion Swordsman. Will we see some Samurai, guys? That is the question. Will we see Samurai this game? Wouldn't it be amazing if we saw Samurai? Sebastian going for the conversion, Viper deleting, and Viper evacuating his mainland. Viper can't afford anything. He's got 53 vills, but he can't afford to make any units. He's got no eco. And Sebastian calls the GG? What? Why does he call it here? I'm kind of confused. Did he look at the score and feel like it was over? I guess he maybe saw the score and thought the game was over, but I mean, Sebastian may have had a lot less vills, but Viper had no res, had no eco working. I think that Sebastian could have continued on here. A lot of the score, guys, a lot of the score for Viper is his Navy. Look how much Navy that Viper has. So Viper has all of this Navy, right? But this Navy can't reach most of Sebastian's eco. Sebastian has the castle here for this eco. He's taking stone and wood here. He can just do farms around the TC. I guess he doesn't have gold. And this gold he can't really access. I guess he could access this gold, though. Maybe he could have gone on, but he calls it. Viper Viper up 2-0. And sometimes these things happen. Sometimes these things happen. Now Viper and Sebastian are on to game 3. Well, they're not playing it quite yet. They are in the lobby. They're in the lobby. Sebastian taking a quick drink. And we'll go ahead and look at the live feed. The clean live feed for the event. You guys can take a look at this and see what the players are up to. Turn the sound on as well. I don't think we'll hear anything, but Viper adjusting in his chair. Looks like they are in the game now. And they are. They're in the game. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and open up game 3. Picari. 1 second while I open it. I'll get you guys over to that screen. Just a second. Live. There it is. Let's open it up. Bengalis Portuguese on Picari. All right. Oh. And we had an error opening the game. Give me 1 second, guys. Try this again. Try this again. There we go. Alright, let me get you guys over to the right screen so you can see this. And here we go. We have Sebastian in the blue playing as Bengalis, and we have Viper in the yellow playing as Portuguese. And it looks like they are very close to each other. This is an interesting spawn. A lot of times they spawn more towards the middle. And this game, they both spawned on the side, and there's just a very small patch of land in between. So both players, there's going to be boars out here. And Viper actually grabbing a boar quite far. Which if he successfully grabs this boar, that's really, really good for him. And he may be able to grab this one too if he finds it. I don't know if he will find it. Sebastian, yeah, playing as Bengalis. And Viper as Portuguese. This will be an interesting game. I think it'll be a very interesting one. I think both players will probably do some kind of feudal play, but then we may end up seeing some like Ratha Monk versus Organ Gun Monk potentially. Or like Light Cav Monk or Siege Monk. Hi Amir, what's up? Hello, hello. Has either player found this boar yet? Neither player has found... Actually, Viper can see that boar right now. We'll see if he goes for it. Sebastian building the dock early. So, I have seen both players go for the dock, and I've seen players not go for the dock, right? This is very, very interesting that Sebastian's going for the dock play. We'll see how long it takes Viper to realize that Sebastian has docked. And if Viper goes for a dock as well. I think if Viper knows that his opponent has docked, he will most definitely try and contest it. So Sebastian as Bengalis will get the 2 free vills. Viper as Portuguese will get the free wood from taking the berries. Viper going for an early wall up. This is interesting. He's going for loom. He's going for the early wall up. Both players going 23 pop. We may see an FC from both players. 23 pop. That could easily be an FC timing. And we're seeing fishing ships for Sebastian. And Sebastian finds this middle boar, and he's going to go for it. Viper only very temporarily saw that, and now he's going to see it running back. He's going to see it in the fog of war running back. And he's going to realize that he missed an opportunity to take that. Viper's going to do some scouting. Both players up around the same time. And Murderface says, is a dock worth it here? I do believe it is. I think taking the shorefish, having just a few ships taking the shorefish, is worth. Yeah, both players doing an FC. I'd be very surprised if we see something other than that. Viper taking the stone very early. Viper taking stone very early. We might even see him not go for the gold until he's gotten the castle up. I wonder if either of these players practiced with Red Phosphor. For they're both going for the market right away. Market Smith, and both players are FCing. So funny to see two FCs here. And now Viper realizes that his opponent is fishing. Doesn't like that. Hits the fishing ship a few times. And Sebastian in a slightly better position because of the fish. A little bit more res collected. A few extra eco units on the field. And Sebastian is going to quickly be up here. Viper clicks and Sebastian clicks. And will both players be going... Okay, Sebastian not going for the stone. It looks to me like he'll be going for monks. And Viper has 10 on stone, which can only mean one thing. We are going to see a castle from Viper, which will mean most likely organ guns. And then I think we're going to see monks as well. I think we're going to see monks and organ guns from Viper. I think we're going to see monk siege from Sebastian. It's going to be a very interesting game. I think Bengalis actually does really well against Portuguese, but I think that both are good civs. The cheap monks from the Portuguese will be good here. The extra pierce armor monks and the extra armored monks from the Bengalis, the extra vills from the Bengalis is really nice here. And Viper going for the gold now. And Viper trying to get the quick wall to force the scout into the TC fire. Nice little play there. And Viper just trying to get some damage in on these fishing ships. And Sebastian says, no, I'll repair those. Thank you very much. And Viper with the spear that gets bonus damage against ships. Actually getting some nice hits on these ships. And I think Viper's going to block the fishing ship with the scout. And that's exactly what Viper's going for. Viper getting the block and then he'll poke it. And that fishing ship goes down. And Sebastian has to be very unhappy about that. And now we have the castle from the Viper. And we have the double monastery from Sebastian. And Viper's going to see this. Viper sees exactly what Sebastian is doing. Sebastian sees exactly what Viper is doing. What will we see in addition? And now Viper immediately adds the monastery. And Sebastian sees that he's added the monastery. Sebastian goes for bow saw and horse collar right away. Viper only has double bit axe. Has not added any other ecotechs. And Viper building some monks. Sebastian also making monks. Viper making organ guns. Sebastian going for the relics. I think Sebastian is actually baiting that spear back, and he's going to try and convert it. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. And I think Viper will just delete. Oh, and Sebastian gets the conversion. Viper does not delete it. Now, the Organ Gun's out for Viper, and Redemption already coming in for Sebastian. Sebastian immediately goes for Redemption. He goes Redemption and Sanctity right away. No hesitation whatsoever. And... nice snipe. Very, very nice snipe here for Viper. And Viper is going to have to run with the organ guns. And Sebastian blocks with the fishing ship. And he gets a conversion on one organ gun. And Viper deletes the scout. I imagine we're going to see atonement from Viper here. And we're going to see some monk wars. I think Sebastian's going to be very happy getting that conversion on one of the organ guns. And getting more monks out faster and getting the relics as well. And Viper actually pulls one of the relics here. And may be able to get it. Atonement now in for Viper. Viper trying to save this monk. Not able to. Not able to save the monk. And Sebastian having a very nice clean eco with double TCs. He's got 2 TCs. And Viper, nothing on food. I say nothing, but he does have some chickens that he's taking. And now the conversion's coming in. And Viper loses 1 organ gun, but he does get a monk. Converts a second monk, and really nice conversions for the Viper here. And gets a 3rd monk. Viper getting very fortunate here to get 3 monks. And I think Viper's going to be very, very happy with these conversions. Viper now ahead in the monk game. And Sebastian trying to come forward to build a TC on this gold. But can he... There's one Vil here. 3 organ guns and 2 monks for Viper. More monks coming forward. More organ guns coming forward. And I think the Viper could be in a very good spot here. Another organ gun being converted by Sebastian. The conversion comes in. And now the monk conversion's coming in for the Viper. And this TC may need to be deleted. And Sebastian with a lot more Vils and a much better eco. But Viper gaining the position on the map. And we have transport. Transport from Sebastian. I think he wants to grab the relics. And he knows that one of the best ways that he can do that is by transporting over there. And Vils being converted now from Sebastian. A lot of monks being made by Viper. Conversion for Viper on the monk. Sebastian trying to convert more organ guns. And now Sebastian getting the better numbers. And Devotion coming in for Sebastian. Devotion could be big here. And Devotion is in. The Monk War now favors Sebastian, who has Devotion. This TC being denied. And Viper will realize very quickly that Devotion has come in when the monk conversions start taking longer. A lot of conversions still coming in for Viper. A lot more monks on the field. We have 14 monks on the field now for Viper, and not enough monks on the field for Sebastian. And Sebastian is quickly getting into a bad spot. And now Sebastian's starting to garrison his monks as he realizes he's behind in the monk numbers. And Sebastian's going to come forward for a castle drop. Sebastian, with lower score, but with much, much more res collected. But the conversion's well in favor of the Viper right now. Murderface says bro needs light cav. I think that he'll be alright. I think Sebastian's still in a decent spot. And the Viper clicks Imp. The Viper buys Imp and clicks up. Insane Imp time for Viper. And Viper's going to now patiently wait because he's going to have the block printing advantage and Trebs. Everything on gold for the Viper. Everything on gold for the Viper. And Viper does not... Okay, Viper now realizes there is a castle for Sebastian. Sebastian getting wheelbarrow and fletching. More monks being produced. One conversion comes in for the Viper. The transport ship goes down for Sebastian. I think Sebastian must know. He must know that Viper is up to Imp with the score drop. And Viper almost has enough for a second castle drop, and he's going to put another stone mine up so that he can get it. Now this TC will eventually go up. This TC will eventually go up. Still, I don't believe we have devotion from... Oh, we do have devotion from the Viper. That must be why he wasn't losing those monk wars. I didn't realize he had gotten it. Good to know. And now Imp is in, and Sebastian is nowhere close to Imp. And we see block printing and theocracy right away for Viper. And Viper saving up for another castle drop, and I think we're going to see that castle drop come in. And there come all of the vills. And now Viper has more range than Sebastian. He has the range. I think we're going to see the castle drop. Oh, the castle drop's going to come right here. And now the Ratha are out for Sebastian. Ratha are out looking for vills to kill. And they're finding value. The Ratha are finding value. And then Trebs are coming now for Viper. And now Viper's forced to split the monks. And now conversions coming in on the Ratha. Big conversions on the Ratha. And 3 Ratha are converted just like that. And now we have the Trebs coming out. And Sebastian knows he has more eco. But will the eco be enough? More Trebs coming out now for Viper. And Viper trying to get more conversions on these monks. Gets 1. Gets 2. More attempted conversions. Both players going for lots of conversions. Trebs doing their work on the castle. Viper winning the monk war. The score about to flip again. Viper with 27 monks to Sebastian's 11. The repairs on the Treb, and the Treb is saved. Viper going for more conversions on the monks. So many monks for Viper on the field right now. 96 vills to 35 vills. But Viper is trebbing everything, converting everything, and Sebastian can't get the food that he needs to click up. And the castle's going down for Sebastian. And there's so many conversions happening. It's 29 monks to 18. Viper ahead in the conversion war. 30 monks to 17. 32 monks to 14. Ratha being converted and getting kills for Viper. And it's just a monk on monk war right now, but Sebastian with so much eco but nowhere to take it. 10 more K res collected for Sebastian, but so many more monks on the field for Viper. Who's winning? I can't tell. Viper with the higher score. Sebastian with 60 more vills. And how ridiculous is this? How ridiculous is this game? And Sebastian says GG, well played, and calls the game when he's up by 61 vills. But Viper has 42 monks on the field. And Sebastian just says, I can't do anything. All my vills are about to be converted. What a monk mess. Oh man. Monked to death by Viper. Monked to death by Viper. Crazy game. Let's listen to the interview, guys. Let's listen to the interview.
Interview area, and also
I'm gonna get you guys over there.
Round of applause for Sebastian.
Think we're gonna see them shake hands here, maybe? Fist bump or something? No, nothing? Alright. Maybe they already did.
Masterpiece.
Funny to hear someone yell masterpiece.
好的，欢迎。好的，那也是欢迎各位来到我们的赛后采访环节。我是薇薇，让我们再次恭喜 Viper 赢下了本场比赛的胜利。那我们首先让他给大家来打个招呼。Please say hi to our audience.
Hello everyone, hope you're having a good time.
好，他也是祝大家能有一个愉快的时光。那同时呢，赢下了今天的这一场比赛，我们发现今天他的状态真的非常非常的好，所以也问一下他的原因是什么呢 ？So congratulations for today's win. What contributes to your excellent condition in today's matchup? We also want to know.
Sorry, could you repeat one more time? Sorry.
Your condition is excellent in today's matchup, so we want to know why.
I haven't felt too good up until today. Today is the best I've played so far here. So yeah, I don't know. I got better sleep today, got better preparation, so maybe that's why.
他觉得可能是因为我昨天睡得比较好，然后做了一些很好的准备，所以今天才能有这么好的一个状态。那同时也问一下我们冲动动神有没有什么话来问到他呢？
好了，我们首先恭喜威哥啊，这一场打了一个射成一个3-0这个比分，确实是让我也没有想到今天威哥的状态会那么的好。首先恭喜威哥啊！先要问一个之前的话题，就是说为什么我想问一下，我一直想问一下威哥，为什么在前2天的比赛当中，贝都因那个图连续2次用了魏国，并且效果不好，为什么他会迷恋用魏国？因为问一下前2天的。
Okay, so first off, congratulations, Viper. Let's just say that he was not expecting a 3-0 from you. And but go back to the actual question. So far, we have seen you somehow had an obsession to weigh on Bedouins. But we'd like to hear more about that. So what's your thought on that?
Well, I still think Wei are pretty good on that map, but maybe there are other options that are also viable. I didn't always pick Wei with the purpose of using them on that map. It kind of just became that because of the rest of the draft. But I mean, I think they're still good, but Spanish and Romance these days might be better still.
V 哥说呢，他并不是说每一次 BP 完了以后就已经决定说要拿魏去打这个贝都因，但是他觉得，当然了贝都因本身。
I'll mute it for a second. Yeah, Baldwin, it is a little awkward because of the language barrier. There is some awkwardness to it because you're kind of like, you're waiting for other like people to interpret for you, and you're waiting to answer after like a awkward period of time that you normally wouldn't have in a conversation, right? So it's understandable why it's not as smooth. It's just how it is.
So intuitively, usually when we see people pick Spanish on this map, we would expect either a fast castle or slightly fast castle into a castle drop defensively and then into conks. But this one, your play this time is kind of like quote-unquote unorthodox, where we've seen you go for more of a economic choice approach. So what's the thought process behind that?
I think if I had a safer stone, I would have considered going conks, but my only stone was forward towards Sebastian's base. So I thought I had to play a little bit different to make sure I can survive, because otherwise I think I may have just died in feudal age.
OK。V 哥认为呢，他之所以这么做的根本原因，其实就像一开始
Yeah, unfortunately, Wazi, I can't afford a Chinese translator. Sorry.
在他跟色法天的这个地图中间，所以呢，他觉得这个直接去做这个城堡是个非常冒险的事情，而且打的是对手是罗马的话，前期压力可能会比较大，所以他决定呢，是我们先打的比较保守，先尝试着去。这个尝试去先去幸存，先保留，先活到这个城堡时代，然后我们开始去打得稳健一点，然后之后我们再逐渐的去考虑说这个城堡以及其他一些策略。
好的，第二把的话，威哥就是前面封建时代其实并没有优势，因为射神那个时候的话，一直会有6条鱼在吃，威哥的经济其实不领先，但是威哥在城堡初期的那一波。就是卖石头抢城堡之后，城堡出去那一波都是打得非常的犀利，从两边兵营给了射身家里面形成的压力，包括海上也给了压力，应该是3线给压力。那一波威哥是，我就想问一下威哥当时是如何想到3线给压力的，并且第2个兵营运过去的很快，就是威哥当时怎么会突然想到再运对农民在死了之后
It sounds so fast. When I hear them talking, it sounds like they're talking so fast.
So the second question is, the next question is about the second game, Khmer. Honestly, in the late feudal age,
see, they call it Khmer.
Sebastian is the one who had a little bit economic lead, but somehow you used the market to buy up, and then you basically went full aggression on water, and you get double landing. You even send an extra whale because your first whale was killed. And you just basically Gen swordsmen, the galleys, fire ships, everything, and you just kind of like dominated the game from there. So what drives you to make these decisions?
Well, I think that's maybe the best way for Wu to play that map, where it just gets super messy and you can use the young swordsman, and you also have some very cheap upgrades in the dock. So you can get that fast speed on the ships. And yeah, I lost my fish early, so I felt like I was behind economically, but I think the landing went in my favor. So I was like, okay, if I can just get to castle age fast, maybe I can turn this around. But yeah, I think Wu in chaotic games like that, they're just very good.
好的，V 哥说呢。
Let's see, guys. I think on the schedule, yeah, Leary ACCM is coming up. I don't think I'll cast that. I think I'm happy to cast these 2 games. I'll probably cast some of the semifinals or the finals. I think that will be fun. But yeah, I've been just kind of testing out what it's like to cast in the for the pro tournaments and like casting pro games, and I've enjoyed it. I'll probably do more of it in the future. So if you've enjoyed it and you want to tune in for more of that in the upcoming tournaments, we'll probably plan on casting some of the bigger tournaments. Maybe not all of the games, but from time to time we'll cast some of the sets between big names and just see how that goes. But if you don't want spoilers, I am going to look at the Ling Yuan Wikipedia page and see where things landed after these last 2 sets. So if you don't want to see that, don't look. But here we are. I don't know if it's been updated yet. We'll go ahead and refresh the page and see if it got updated. Okay, as of right now, yeah, it's updated. The only set that hasn't been played is the Leary ACCM set, right? If ACCM wins that 3-0, I think he would be in and Viper would be out. So the only 2 that could potentially switch here, Leary's locked in. Even if he loses 3-0, he would still be locked in one of these places. So Leary's in. Viper, basically Viper needs Leary to win for ACCM to not make it and Viper to make it. So that's what's left. And then it will either end with ACCM, Leary, Yo, and Hera in the semifinals tomorrow, or it will be Viper, Leary, Yo, Hera in the semifinals. Honestly, Viper, Leary, Yo, Hera is kind of what I expected, and what I think would make for potentially the best games as well. But if ACCM wins, right, then he deserves it, and that would obviously make for the best games. ACCM always has some really fun games too. It's very, very entertaining games. So, anyway, I think I'm going to call it here. I was able to cast 2 of the sets that I really wanted to cast. And I don't think I have enough energy to really cast through an entire another set right now. Obviously, I've been up all night. I wanted to be able to cast these games with you. But hopefully you guys can go on and enjoy the rest of the ACCM versus Leary set. And that will go well. I'm going to go ahead and see who's on for us to raid. Just go back over to this for now. Decker says, Hi, Decker. Hi, Decker. Raid channel. Let's see who's on. I'm going to just go ahead and raid. Looks like Grape Juice is doing a game between Ghost Rider and him. I don't know. We'll see. I'll send you guys over to Grape Juice, though. Go have fun with Grape Juice. I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Or later today. One or the other.